Do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stairway to Cinema episode 6. We're going to cover the Netflix blockbuster murder mystery. Oh yeah. I should probably unmute you. There we go.
Okay, nice. Professional as always.
There we go. All right.
So, I've got a list again today. But I thought about making a top 10 horror movie list, but
Ooh.
it was kind of hard to do that for me, so I didn't. I'm not. There's not much I can say about these, even though like even Hereditary, I don't really have much to say about that, except that I like it. No, not the way you do, but.
No, I mean, but I see why people like it. Like, I get it. Like, it's in the class of, The Witch in terms of like, there's not a lot of jump scares, which is the way I like the direction of where horror is going. Is what that's where Hereditary does represent at least something good. I just thought it was just slow and I don't know. Like I said, a rewatching might be in order for Hereditary. So
I would recommend that. I think.
Yeah.
But for me, like the first place of that list for me would have been probably Bone Tomahawk, even though I wouldn't consider that like, it's not really a horror movie, but it was my highest rated movie in the horror section on IMDb.
Yeah, I can see why it's in that horror section though. I understand it, but it's still like traditional horror, no, but Western horror, sure,
I mean, it's not even a splatter movie. Like, it's not even like gore or anything, but it's pretty gruesome. Not really horror, though.
I would just label it as a dark Western. That would be like what I would label it personally. It's hard for me to call it a horror, even though the ending could constitute it as a horror movie.
So that would have probably been my first place, but if I excluded that one, it would have been Mandy, I think, and that's a tricky one as well because it's not really a horror movie either. So I don't know. Was it not a fun list to do? So I did not do it. Okay.
Number one for me for sure. Just throwing it out there is The Exorcist. I hate to be that guy, but it's tough to topple The Exorcist.
I mean, I would have had Psycho in the list high up.
Fucking horrific movie, The Exorcist. Absolutely.
I've never seen that. No. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta watch The Exorcist.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those classics. I will eventually.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
No.
Like, I'm telling you, man. There's a reason why they always when you see a trailer for a horror movie, they're like The Next Exorcist. There's a reason for it. There's a reason.
Okay.
All right.
So, what did you watch last week? I don't have any news today.
Well, actually, there is news. Today, they say, is the day of Blade Runner, which I think is cool.
The day of Blade Runner?
Yeah, November 2019. It's like in the opening crawl. So we are in November 2019. We've officially made it to Blade Runner, the original.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So we didn't plan that out well. We could have had Blade Runner today.
Sure.
Yeah.
But we wanted a movie that doesn't
terrible.
only deserve praise.
Fucking terrible. But we'll get to it.
Okay, what did you watch?
What did I watch, dude? I hate it'll be quick. I didn't watch any really movies this week.
Okay.
I only watched Murder Mystery because of the show. I've been watching a lot of True Blood just to power through it. I got 2 more seasons left. So still enjoying that. I love that show. It's ridiculous. It's fucking over the top, stupid, ridiculous. But it's just like what they do with vampires, I think, is kind of brilliant in a way. There's the story like of the vampire line that they do in there, I think, is pretty brilliant. Worth a watch for sure.
It is a Netflix series, right?
No, it's HBO, but it's available on Prime because how Prime still has like HBO rights. Which I don't know if that's ever going to end. I don't know because I don't know if they bought those rights or what. But like you can watch like The Sopranos.
I don't think in Germany. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
But I think Prime General has some interesting series. There's Modern Love. I think that's new.
Yeah,
looks kind of interesting.
Looks like Love Actually.
Yeah, but it has a lot of good actors, and I don't know, 8.1 on IMDb. So I might check it out. But
a romantic thing, you're gonna dive in. Huh?
Well.
Are you opening your heart to love now?
Wait, who was in it? I think Shea Wiggum was in it, so that's the reason I would watch it.
John Slattery is in it. Tina Fey. There's a lot of people in
Anne
there.
Hathaway. Yeah, lots of people.
It's not really a draw for me when I hear Anne Hathaway, but
well,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So at the moment I'm watching Peaky Blinders season 5, which is still an amazing
released.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. I can highly recommend that. Even like it's not even long. You can watch a season on a day basically. Like it's always 6 episodes per season, and each one is like an hour. So
the lovely British formula.
Not that much. Yeah, and it's pretty well done. Probably the best role by Cillian Murphy. Some other good people in it. Aidan Gillen, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones is in it.
And they changed his look. I heard that was a big deal.
He has long hair, and
his look changes.
He had long hair. Now he has short hair, I think. Never mind. Tom Hardy is really good in it. Adrian Brody is really good in it.
Right. I saw Adrian Brody like on the cover, and I thought that was kind of cool. Like
he plays an Italian gangster, and it's really like he does it well.
Okay, so that's good Adrian Brody, not the bad
really good,
Adrian.
I think, actually.
Okay. Not to get off on a weird thing, but Adrian Brody's one of those actors where he won the Oscar and just kind of fucking took a weird.
But The Pianist is a good movie.
No, I agree. What I'm saying is like afterwards, like his movies just like he made some weird fucking movies like after he won that Oscar.
I don't hate Predators that much.
No, I like Predators. I even like The Jacket, which I don't know if you've seen The Jacket. It's kind of a weird fucking movie, but
I haven't seen much with him actually. King Kong I've seen.
That's right, he was in King Kong. That was a blockbuster thing, but like in terms of like, it's just kind of weird little. I don't know. I'm sure Adrian's happy.
And I think he was in Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, he was. I think.
I mean, I like him, but he's not an actor that like he's not a draw for me.
Not a draw. Yeah.
Okay, what else did I watch? I watched 2 of the Jackass movies with my friend.
What? Really?
Yeah, I have never seen them before, which is kind of strange. I know some scenes of it,
right?
Like, some famous pranks and stunts and bullshit. So I watched. No, first I watched La Haine again, La Haine, with I showed it to my 2 friends, and now for me it's a 10 out of 10.
Now are they like on the film level as you?
No.
Are you breaking them in? Are you trying?
I'm always like they're watching movies and shows, but of course not as often as I do.
Right.
But
okay.
when we meet and watch a movie, I like to show them stuff that they wouldn't see otherwise. Like nobody, like even I didn't know La Haine before this year. So this is a movie, you can't really look for it. So I just showed it to them, and they thought it was great. And for me, it's now the 10 out of 10, dude. I love that film. I could watch it again next week.
Yeah, I mean, you were raving about it as soon as you watched it, so the second viewing was even better.
I just like that genre. It's ghetto movie. Like,
what is the genre again? Like, what is it?
Well, I mean, to compare it to a movie that I also watched this week, Menace to Society.
Oh, and fucking gem, a gem right there.
It's almost like I think La Haine is way better. Menace to Society feels a bit exaggerated.
Right.
There's so much killing in that movie, dude. But it's a good movie. I liked it. Yeah, I just like that street thing, the like low lives and authentic shit. And,
so it's like French ghetto then.
Yeah, right. Okay. In Paris.
Well, that's interesting actually. Yeah, but I gotta ask, have you seen Boys in the Hood?
I have.
Okay. All right. Now tell me. It's Boys in the Hood, or is it Menace to Society, baby? Tell me.
It is Menace to Society.
There we go.
Boys in the Hood feels kind of soft.
It's fucking stupid. I mean, I'm not going to say it's stupid, but it's just, you're right. It's just soft, especially when you watch Menace to Society, which is just this. Actually, the script was much more violent from what I read back in the day.
Almost every scene leads to somebody dying.
Apparently, the main guy, Kane, was supposed to be much more violent. Which he already has like some really good scenes of violence in the movie, but I love that movie, dude. Dog is the shit. That was the breakout of Lorenz Tate right there, and he was great in that. It's even worse too, like when they're replaying that video over and over. It's like, Jesus Christ, these guys are fucking out of their minds.
Yeah, good movie. I found it weird that Samuel Jackson was like in one scene.
Yeah, well, he's in like a lot of movies though, like just everything.
Yeah, but that was before that, I think. Before he was in Pulp Fiction and stuff. So
right. I think.
well,
Yeah,
so
but he
back
was
to
like,
Jackass.
but he's just been in a lot of fucking movies though. Like Samuel Jackson, like from the '80s on, just
He works a lot. Yeah,
yes.
he's almost like Liam Neeson in a way, even though
Mhm.
he's in more movies than Liam Neeson. But they're all, sometimes they're only appearing like briefly in a film in a side role.
You heard
They're,
it, everybody. Samuel Jackson, the black Liam Neeson.
or Liam Neeson, the white Samuel Jackson. You know.
Which one sounds better? Like, which one sounds more racist when you think about it? Like,
Let's not talk about that. Then I watched Jackass 3 with.
okay.
Oh, I just got a follow from a
Oh,
friend of mine. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
So Jackass 3D is really fun, I think.
Yeah, I
like,
need
you
to
know-
ask. Like, so you've seen them all. What do you think of
No-
the Jackass genre here?
I've only I've seen 1 and 3. I haven't seen the second one.
Okay, all right. All right.
I watched the third one before I saw the first one. And the first one feels kind of unspectacular almost
Mhm.
in comparison because like they didn't do as much effort as they did later in the third one.
Right.
Like the shit they do in Jackass 3D is just insane. And
Right.
sometimes there's stuff that I don't want to look at ever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff that's fucking hilarious and just fun. So, I mean, it's very not a deep kind of movie. It's not even a movie, you know.
No.
It's just a compilation of stunts and bullshit. But it's fun.
But that
You
guy
just-
though that directed it, Jeff Tremaine, he actually is he's a good director because he did The Dirt.
Oh.
Yeah, he's actually moved on from the Jackass stuff, and I feel like you're gonna see more, maybe a little bit more from Tremaine there. But he was the guy that kind of held it all together. I feel like in the background there of that crazy fucking show, because the show on MTV before the movies was fantastic as well. You know, it was a crazy TV show.
For me, it always feels like Johnny Knoxville is in charge, kind of.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because it came together like it's a weird story, the story of Jackass, because Johnny Knoxville was like doing his own thing with a few people. Steve-O had his own thing, and Bam Margera and Ryan Dunn like had their own little thing going with the thing called CKY, Camp Kill Yourself. So they all kind of came together, I think, and became good friends and stuff. But
Those guys are just fucked up.
yeah.
Ben Majera, especially.
Bam
Actually-
Margera really has fallen off the grid there. He's had some trouble.
Yeah,
some
I
trouble.
think he's an alcoholic.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Dunn died. He died from
Yeah,
a car accident, which was sad at the time. I remember because I've always been a big fan of Jackass, but I
It's
do
great,
feel like
actually.
I do feel like Jackass 3 almost is a little depressing in a way because I feel like you can kind of see it on a lot of them. They're just doing it to do the movie and take the check.
You mean it's not out of fun or more out of pressure to do?
I feel like they were just doing it to do it. Yeah, I didn't feel like they were doing it because like the first one and the second one feel like they're really having a good time. Like the third one, they're having a good time, but there is just some things in there where I feel like I saw when I saw the movie that they were kind of done. Like you could tell that they were done with this shit.
I like the third one more than the first one. I don't know.
Yeah.
The stuff they did is so much better prepared.
Well,
And,
yeah, it's more extravagant too.
Yeah.
For me, I like the more grounded old shit from the actual show leading up to the movie and stuff like that. I can't remember which one I liked the most actually, because they all just kind of blend together in a way. But if you do truly love Jackass, then check out the show if it ever goes streaming. I don't think it ever will, but it'd be nice if it did.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a fun thing to watch. Not always, because some shit is just disgusting as fuck.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah.
Some of it's brilliant though. Some of it's brilliant. Like the old man shit when he puts, the makeup on. That is brilliant shit in my opinion. Like there's some shit in there that is just so good.
On Jackass, you can see stuff you can see nowhere else.
Right. And it spawned a plethora of just copycat content.
You with your fancy words.
You like that, huh? Plethora. I've always liked
Okay.
plethora.
I watched. Are you familiar with Scott Atkins?
I know the name, but
He's
I
a
don't know
British
the
martial
face.
arts dude, and he's doing like B action movies. But
Okay.
like he is actually a really good action star, but his movies are just low budget and B movies, so it's kind of
Okay.
sad. I watched Avengement with Scott Atkins, which is like a British gangster street bullshit revenge story. It's like the plot is not actually the plot is not bad, but it's not like anything exciting. The action in it is pretty good, so
Ooh,
it's
a
actually an
prison
alright movie.
escape. A prison escape. You
Dude, I can
know, I like
highly
that.
recommend that movie actually. Even
Okay.
like it's a 6 out of 10. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty short. It's just fun, and I
Huh.
think it's on Netflix.
IMDb got it at a 6.5 too. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I think that's his best rated movie. Though he was in Expendables and
He was,
Doctor
yeah.
Strange and other stuff. He's a good dude.
Kind of like the other guy, Luke Goss. He's always in these movies. I don't know if you know that name, Luke Goss, but if you looked him up,
I
you'd
might
realize
have
like he's in a lot
heard it
of.
once.
He was the bad guy in Hellboy 2. That was his.
Oh, yeah,
That
but you
was his,
can't recognize him there.
which he's great. I thought he was great actually. I love that
Yeah, I
character.
think so. Yeah,
But
me
that's
too.
like his biggest moment right there, I think. But there's a lot of these little action B guys that kind of just pop up every now and then. They're the Jean-Claude Van Dammes
Yeah,
of
but
today.
Scott Atkins is better. He can actually act a bit. Like
Better than Van Damme?
he's not bad in Avengement as an actor. Pretty sick movie actually. I liked it.
There are some good Van Damme movies. Just we
Yeah,
might
but
have to go
come
through the
on.
Van Damme movies one day.
Dude, honestly, like the quality of Avengement is not like it feels like it doesn't feel like a low budget movie that much.
Kind of a
So I
gem
mean,
then.
not a gem, but it's definitely worth checking out. Yeah,
Plays the character Kane Burgess.
yeah. Even the guy from one guy from Green Street Hooligans is in it,
Hmm.
and one of the guys from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, well, there you go. See?
So
There you
so
go.
like typical British underground bullshit.
Hmm.
I can recommend it.
Which I
That's
mean
all I can say.
that's a great genre though. I think you and I both like. I think we both like British
Yeah, I like
film
British
and
movies.
British actors. So.
Speaking of British actors, I rewatched The Dark Knight Rises,
Oh, okay.
and actually, I think you asked me if I want to watch Dark Knight next because I watched Batman Begins last week.
You just
I
skipped the
didn't watch
Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight. Yeah,
Oh, you did.
the
Okay.
thing is, I I watched Dark Knight so many times, and I think
Right.
Rises only like twice, so it was nice to refresh that one. And
Yeah,
I
the
think
Dark
it's
Knight. The Dark Knight. I'm with you. Like you can kind of just what scene's coming up like
yeah,
right
it's
away.
I've seen it so many times that there's like, I mean, it's a masterpiece, but
Hmm.
um, I thought like watching Rises again makes more sense because I haven't seen it in a while.
Hmm.
And dude, I love Bane.
He's
Bane is
pretty
so
cool,
fun.
isn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah.
that was before Tom Hardy was the shit. Like
Right.
it was right at like maybe that was where his breakthrough years kind of with Inception and then Dark Knight Rises. And after that, he was in like every movie
Yeah, and
or a lot of stuff.
I actually like a lot of the lower movies. Like I know we've talked about Locke. I love Locke, and I
Oh
like The
yeah,
Drop.
Locke's amazing.
Both
Have you
those movies.
seen Bronson?
Yeah, back in the day when it first came out. When it first
It's a
came
weird
out.
movie, but I kind of like it.
Well, he had Bronson, and then he also had the Star Trek movie. You know the I don't know if you
Oh.
have watched all those Star Trek movies, but Star Trek
No,
Nemesis.
yeah,
I
I know
think.
what you mean. Wasn't that like his first movie role?
I feel like that might have been the first, but he looks trippy in that dude because he's so skinny and young.
He was in
It
Band of Brothers, I think.
yeah. Was he? Shit.
I think so. Yeah, a lot of people like James McAvoy started in Band of Brothers.
Yeah, there's a lot from Band of Brothers. I wouldn't mind rewatching that just to catch all
Oh
the
yeah, that's a
the
great
young
show.
actors.
One of my favorites.
I feel like war movies and war shows. It's always because like when you watch Platoon, I know when you get around to finally watching Platoon, you're gonna notice like all these like Jesus, this guy's in it too. Like there's just a lot of people in Platoon.
Johnny Depp is in it. I know that.
Yeah, and Johnny Depp. Fun fact: learned Vietnamese for the movie. and he's only in it for
Johnny
like
Depp wasn't always bad.
he's only in it for like 3 scenes. So I mean, I don't know if he really needed to learn all of Vietnamese, but you know, that's dedication right there.
It doesn't hurt to know language.
No.
So yeah, Dark Knight Rises is just so epic. I love the whole trilogy, and that movie just reminded me of that. I really like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that one again. He was just great in Inception.
It's kind of Inception 2 in a way, because it's it was after Inception, and then you got everybody in there. You got Marion, you know, you got Michael Caine. I do like that Nolan uses a lot of the same people, but
because they're great.
They are great. They are.
And yeah, just Batman is just the coolest.
Yeah, honestly, I think like Dark Knight Rises is pretty underrated because it falls under the shadow of Dark Knight.
I think it is, even though it has an 8.4 in IMDb, which is not underrated technically.
Right.
But,
yeah.
I feel like it kind of is, because like most of the time, people say it's the worst of the 3, which sounds. I mean, I would probably agree, but Batman Begins and Rises are both 9 out of 10.
They're that good that you have to pick something that's like, it's kind of like Star Wars, the original trilogy. I don't know if you like the original trilogy, but
I do a lot.
Everyone will always say that Return of the Jedi, most people are going to say Return of the Jedi is the weakest, but Return of the Jedi is fucking great. Like I don't watch Return of the Jedi and hate it. There's no way. Like Return of the Jedi is fun. Like it's probably the most adventurous Star Wars at that time that came out. But we all know that Empire is such a powerhouse that it's hard to go against Empire Strikes Back. So
you kind of have the same thing with Indiana Jones.
I was just thinking,
Temple of Doom is like the worst or is bad, but it's not. They're just
all
so good that, I mean, a bad Indiana Jones movie is still good.
And I've listened to podcasts too before where they've broken down the Indiana Jones movies, and a lot of people seem to not like the third one, which I think is insane. I feel like the third one is it's a callback to the first one in a way.
Isn't that always considered the best one?
I think the best one's always a lot of people say Raiders. A lot of people go with Raiders.
I would probably say so too.
It's hard to go against Raiders. So my favorite personal thing would be Temple of Doom, just because I was a little kid and I watched it over and over and over again. It
is an adventurous movie.
From really start to finish. From start to finish.
They're in.
Like when they,
just jungle thing and stuff, you know.
The jungle, and when they're like when they go to eat, like when it starts and they and they're jumping out of the fucking plane. I mean, it's all ridiculous, but
it has to be.
Yeah.
It's an adventure movie.
Which is kind of funny because it's like so ridiculous in Temple of Doom, right? Absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous throughout the whole trilogy. But Kingdom of Crystal Skull, a lot of people can't let go of a refrigerator scene, which is on the same level of ridiculousness as a Temple of Doom scene, like with the
plane and the
plane and the raft. I mean,
the mine cart.
They'd be fucking dead.
Yeah.
Anyway. I mean, Kingdom of Crystal Skull to me loses it with the aliens, really. I mean, I think if you would have, it's just bad
but it's
CGI.
Also, right.
But the movie itself's pretty bad. I've only seen it once, so.
I think I've seen it twice, but it's been a while.
The CGI, what are they? What are those called? Prairie dogs. It was horrible.
Yeah, right. That's what everybody's always saying, and I can't say I remember them.
They're just right at the start, and they just keep popping up. Then they interact with Indiana Jones, which is so stupid.
Isn't there also a scene people complain about when Shia LaBeouf is swinging with the monkeys?
Yeah, that's one of the parts too where I was kind of tapping out. I'm like, this is terrible.
Understandably. Okay.
And I didn't dislike Shia LaBeouf. Let's just throw that out.
I generally like him actually, which is strange.
But a lot of people hate on him in that, and I think that it's kind of a
He's
reach.
not the issue, I think.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. I watched an 80s classic, a children's movie, and you will hate me, I think, because I didn't like it that much.
You didn't like it, right?
The Dark Crystal.
Oh. So good.
Did that hurt?
No, because it's expected. I mean, you were born in, if I recall, 1999, so...
Right.
But really, that doesn't
matter. Fuck.
It's very creepy. It's very creepy. Even now, it's still creepy.
Yeah, it is. Dude, how can you show that stuff to children?
Yeah, there's a lot of creepy ass shit when we were kids. Like I said, I've talked about it before. There's a scene in the Never-Ending Story, that fucked me up when I was a kid. So
When the horse dies?
no, not the horse. Fuck the horse.
I haven't seen that movie actually.
The werewolf scene. It was a werewolf scene.
Yeah.
Just fucking scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Terrifying.
Yeah.
It was the voice.
There's something about these 80s movies with their animatronics and puppets and costumes and stuff. It all looks so weird to me.
Well,
Kind of
I mean, Jim
disgusting,
Henson was the man back in the day.
I know,
so he gets a lot of, I still think you got to watch Labyrinth because that's another big one for the 80s. But I have a feeling you're not going to like any of these 80s.
Probably not.
Like, even though they're dark, they're still kids' movies in a way. But then again, I mean, it's not like you dislike kids' movies either. Maybe it could just be the time or the way they look.
I mean, okay. Do I lose credibility when I say this? One of my favorite kids' movies is Paddington 2.
What? Oh, Paddington. Okay.
Paddington 2.
I've
Great
never
movie,
watched
actually.
Paddington, so.
Okay. Yeah, I've only seen the second one, actually. I don't know why I didn't watch the first one, but...
Weren't you lost in the story?
No, not at all.
I don't know what's going on.
It actually feels like a Wes Anderson movie at times, and I thought it was pretty fantastic. Anyway, not so much a kids movie, more of a horrible movie. I watched Alien 3, and I didn't like it at all.
Didn't like it at all.
I thought it was fucking boring.
And I'm one of the people in like the very small minority that just loves Alien 3.
The whole setting is so weird.
It's totally different from any other Alien movie,
It's a
which is why
thriller,
I kind of like
almost.
it. There's a lot of controversy with Alien 3, man. I mean, there's a lot of people hate Alien 3, and we can spoil it. Like, the fact that you open up the movie with two of the favorite characters from Aliens, and they're fucking dead.
Dude.
It's like, from the start of the movie, you're like, oh, shit.
You just can't kill Michael Biehn. Dude.
Yeah. He's just dead, and Newt just dead. So, like, they spent, like, almost the entirety of the movie of Aliens with Newt, in the... Right there, like, and she was an important thing in the movie.
Yeah, and why does Hicks survive just to die?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I like Charles Dance. He's good.
I figured you'd like Charles Dance. I was like,
he's always great. There's nothing can't say anything about anything bad about Charles Dance. I like Pete Postlethwaite. I mean, I like most of the prisoners actually.
Charles S. Dutton,
I don't know who that was.
It's the black prisoner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that he was cool.
You want to die on your fucking knees?
It's not that I hate that movie, but it's just I was bored. I watched it in like 3 sessions because I was just, I just
3 sessions. 3 sessions.
I didn't care at all about anything, so it's not much. I mean, I will probably watch Resurrection next.
Did you enjoy the David Fincher fact? Like, I mean, it's like his first film. Did you at least enjoy that? Did you notice like the David Fincher things? I
think you can see his style. Yeah, what I liked is that sometimes the CGI looks really awful on the alien, but I like the blood effects a lot. It's really violent. I think that was impactful.
One of the things I've always liked about Alien 3 is the fact that the alien in the movie Alien 3 is born from a dog. So it moves differently. It's a different type of alien, which I always thought was kind of brilliant, kind of one of the things that saves it. The fact it's just one alien too is really cool. But I get why people don't like Alien 3. I totally understand. I totally get it. So it's like a guilty pleasure of mine. Plus, fun fact about Alien 3, I watched it in the middle of the night when I was a kid. Terrified in a way because I was getting like all freaky because I was all alone that night because my sister was being born in a hospital. So no one was in the house. So I was like kind of freaky, but a little fun.
And then you were scared of the alien in your house.
It's too bad. It's too bad you didn't like it, but I totally understand. Like, I'll never give you shit for not liking Alien 3. But
I don't think it's horrible. It's just not my thing.
Now we got to see what you think about Alien Resurrection. If you've seen Alien Resurrection.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta do it.
I know. And then Covenant, but Covenant is not available anywhere, and I'm not.
The Joss Whedon written Alien Resurrection.
I heard that's a splatter movie.
It's pretty bad, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched another even worse movie, and I think you watched that last week. It's a Netflix original called In the Tall Grass.
Oh, yeah.
And that movie is just awful.
And it's got your boy in it too.
He was the best part about it.
He was the best part, yes, for sure.
He's actually having fun, I think, with that acting because he's kind of insane, and it looks like that was the point where I thought, this maybe isn't so bad after all, but it's pretty bad. So
yeah, I mean, it was one of those movies where you're just kind of waiting for something to happen that just never does.
It just tries to be super fucked up and creepy and like weird.
I mean, there is moments like when it first kind of starts, I'm like, all right, well, this is kind of cool when they don't see each other. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, but once the cycle thing begins, I'm just like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
It
was just kind of a little too easy, I think. Particularly the ending, how they tied it together. They don't explain anything, which I'm fine with not explaining stuff, but it was just kind of stupid to begin with, which is a problem.
It's not even scary.
Yes, it's not scary at all. So
yeah,
it's a Stephen King thing. Stephen King wrote that with his son. Apparently, they came up with it, in a 2-hour session. So that might explain.
That,
yeah, just kind of quickly.
There's not much background about anything in that movie.
No.
No. I watched World War Z.
Oh.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
I think the start is really good, but the ending is kind of strange.
A lot of people notice the last half is because the last half or the second act, whatever you want to call it, third act.
I think it's like once they get into the lab, it feels super weird.
It's a lot of reshoots, back then. So apparently they changed the ending quite a few times, which is never a good idea.
I mean, I'm not a huge zombie movie fan, so that movie is kind of whatever. I like Brad Pitt, of course, but yeah.
The woman that played his wife though, she's kind of on the up and up there. She's in a lot of shows. It looks like I've seen her in a lot of movies.
She didn't look familiar to me.
No, she was in a show called The Killing. She's a good one though. She's one to watch right there.
There were some people in that movie that I like, but only briefly. Do you know James Badge Dale?
Let me look at his face.
He was in it for like 3 scenes or something.
He's usually a dick. He's the guy in The Departed. He's the last. Yeah. He's
one of these soldiers.
Yeah. Well, I got to be honest. I don't really remember World War Z because I've only seen it once.
That's okay.
Because it just wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Like it really like you said, the first act is pretty good. Where
I liked how the apocalypse starts.
Yeah,
it's done pretty well.
Same.
Matthew Fox is in it. Okay, I didn't even recognize him. I think
it seems like it just kind of becomes a blockbuster that I don't know didn't need to be a blockbuster.
Not really.
Like if it could have just stuck to the. I like the zombie effects, I even like Brad Pitt in it, but
yeah, of course, he's always great.
He's got the perfect amount of hair in this movie, and he's got the perfect amount of scruff, it's just like everything aligned perfectly for Brad Pitt in this time here. But yeah, it's not a movie I'd watch again though. I don't think. Maybe again, but you're right. Like it just ends and you're just like, whatever.
Also, there's not much you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Like there's only so much you can do with the zombies, and this doesn't do anything fresh or spectacular.
Yeah, and the whole rage zombie thing where they move really quickly, that was done already in 28 days and 28 weeks. So
yeah, I have those on my Netflix list, so I might.
Ooh, yeah.
But I didn't watch them this week because I thought I already watched one zombie movie. So
if you want to do a show on the 28 days movies, I'd be down for that for sure. Haven't seen those in a long time. Danny Boyle. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, next week there won't be a show.
Right, because you're doing the wisdom teeth.
And I'm not so sure about the week after that either, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched 2 really good movies. Those are the
Ooh.
last ones.
You watched a lot this week, Mr.
I
Allen.
did, yeah.
You
Like
powered
30
through,
30
Jesus.
things. So yeah, I'm motivated by this show, you know.
Right. You feel
There's a
like you
new
gotta watch something at least.
yeah, there's a Netflix original. It's not The King. It's Dolomite is my name,
Mm.
and that movie is so good. Like,
Wow.
it's really good, dude.
Wow.
It's a 7 out of 10 for me, but it scratches the 8, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because dude, Eddie Murphy is really really good in that.
And this is his comeback. This is the great
It really
comeback of
is.
Eddie Murphy that I've heard. Yeah. I have not
That-
watched it yet.
You should.
So I am very happy to hear that, especially from you, because I got to be honest. I saw the trailer to Dolomite and I was thinking, maybe I'll make Amon do a Dolomite show. And I just had this feeling like he ain't going to like Dolomite. Like I just had this feeling when I saw the preview, like that's not going to be his kind of movie. But yeah, I don't know. I just, because it looks like a comedy. So I got this in my head that you don't like comedies, but you do like dark comedies.
When I saw the trailer or preview or something, I thought this looked amazing. So
Oh, okay.
I immediately
So I was
watched
totally
it.
wrong.
Also, Keegan Michael Key has some really good comedic moments in this.
Yeah.
But my highlight of all, even though of course, okay, Eddie Murphy's my highlight, but besides that, Wesley Snipes
Well, I was
is
gonna
fucking
say
hilarious.
Wesley Snipes is
Dude,
back.
he plays. Do you know what's the movie about? They're making a movie and
It's about the real guy, right? That played Dolomite. Right. Yeah. Okay.
It feels a bit similar to The Disaster Artist, but not like, you know, there's nobody as crazy as Tommy Wiseau.
Mm-hmm.
And Wesley Snipes is the director who, like, you know, doesn't even want to do that movie, and he's so sarcastic and funny. I like that a lot. Like, you know, for me, that is not only Eddie Murphy's comeback, but also kind of Wesley Snipes. And
okay.
Yeah, really good film.
Is Wesley Snipes funny in it? Because it's been a long time
totally.
since I've seen
He's
Wesley
super
Snipes funny.
He's really funny.
Because Wesley Snipes, to me, as a kid, he started off funny with a movie called Wildcats and Major League.
Demolition Man.
Those Demolition Man. There you go. Like, and then he kind of just got way too serious. Like Blade's not even funny. I don't remember.
I haven't seen Wesley Snipes in ages.
Yeah. So that's good to know. It's good to know. Actually.
The latest movie before that was Expendables 3, I think. So.
Yeah. And I didn't like that, actually. I didn't like Expendables 3.
That movie is soft, dude. There's no blood. There's like, dude, how can you go from Expendables 1, which is fucking gory as fuck,
to
Expendables 3, and it's like, you know, almost, isn't that even PG-13?
I think it is PG-13. I think
like,
that was one of the things that pissed me off. Let me just look at that real quick while you're... Expendables 3... PG-13, yeah. See, that's...
I'm not like, it's not a show. It's not a series of movies that I would say, yo, the third one ruined it completely. But
Expendables
like
1 and 2 are
one.
rated R. Yeah, it makes no sense at all. No sense.
The first two are kind of all right. They're decent.
Well, the second one to me is it's a big highlight for me as a kid because you have the scene with fucking Schwarzenegger, Stallone, and Willis shooting down the hall. It's one of the coolest fucking moments. If you're an action fan back in the day, like, oh my god, it finally happened. You know what I mean? And not only did it happen, but it looked really fucking good. So that's what Expendables 2 was good for.
And the best thing in the third one is Mel Gibson.
Yeah, it's like the saving grace.
That's kind of it, because you have all those young action people in it. They're just suck.
That you don't really care about.
Yeah.
And Ronda Rousey's in it, which is terrible.
You just want to see Arnie and Stallone and Jet Li and Jason Statham, and not those guys who nobody knows their names. Okay. So Dolomite is my name is really fun. Liked it a lot. A movie I really, really liked was The King's Speech.
Oh.
I think that movie is amazing.
The King's Speech, the best picture winner. The King's Speech.
I mean, I totally see that Colin Firth deserved that Oscar. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure about best movie. I would have to see what else was nominated.
Who did he beat? Yeah, I'm curious.
He beat James Franco in 127 hours. Jeff Bridges in True Grit, Jesse Eisenberg in Social Network, and Javier Bardem in Beautiful.
Okay.
And I think Colin Firth is by far the best one of them.
Yeah, it's a well-deserved Oscar right there.
But movie-wise, best motion picture.
Yeah,
Inception.
I forgot it. I think it beat Inception. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
problem that I have with the King's
Dude,
Speech.
I could totally see that.
That right there was kind of like, what? Because I kind of thought, I mean, I remember when this happened. I remember when they were announced the Academy Awards, and I was thinking, how the fuck did Inception get in there? I was like, yes, I was so happy that it got in, and I didn't think it would win. But then as the Oscars were coming, I was like, maybe it'll win. But the King's Speech hype was just too great.
But honestly, it is a great movie.
It is a good movie. I agree. And it's Colin Firth, like, well deserved, and he's a great fucking actor. I love Colin Firth.
Yeah.
So,
also Geoffrey Rush is really good in it.
I think he's good in
Helena
everything.
Bonham Carter.
I feel like Geoffrey Rush never turns in a bad go.
No.
Even when he's hamming it up in the Pirates movies, he's still, he was the best part about Pirates, the last Pirates movie.
Also, he's a great villain in the first one. So, I think he's in every single one.
I don't think he's in the second one because I think they brought him.
He's at the end.
Oh, at the end, right? Because they bring him back.
Like that end shot when he's like coming down the stairs.
Right. I wouldn't mind watching those again too because I really like the first three a lot.
I mean, I really like the first one, but I'm actually alright with the second and third. Don't think they're that bad as people.
I love the fact. I mean, people hate them because they're so long and they've got this huge convoluted story.
They're kind of corny and a bit cheesier than the first one. The first one is more like not down to earth, but it doesn't have that franchise in the background,
Yeah.
It was just the first movie. It was pretty damn good, and Johnny Depp wasn't even like.
Yeah, and it kind of seems like they made the story after the first one was like I don't think they had a plan. Is what I'm saying.
They totally made Johnny Jack Sparrow the main guy in the later ones because he was so popular and stuff. And I don't think he was intended as
reality.
The
main guy is what's his name? Orlando.
Bloom.
Yeah, whatever his name is, I can't remember. Robert, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Will Turner. Yeah, and that's such a great pirate name. I remember thinking that's a good pirate name, Will Turner. But I actually really liked his story as it moved forward. Like that's what sold me on the movies was his whole fucking having to cut his fucking heart out shit. I love all that shit.
But I really like the villain in the second one and the third one. The CGI on that guy is amazing.
Yes, yeah, that's actually good CGI that holds up too.
Yeah,
it holds up.
And the fourth one is really awful. I think
it's terrible.
I really don't like the first one, but the fifth one was kind of. I mean, the fifth one has that that guy we both don't like in it.
It's the Javier Bardem one, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's just an over-the-top Hollywood action movie, and it's like there's not much left of the charm of the first one. But I thought it was kind of alright.
Yeah, I was surprised that I did actually like it. It doesn't hold a candle to the first three for me.
No.
But I really like how the Geoffrey Rush character, what's the fuck is his name? It's Barbosa. Yes, I love how they treat his character arc, and I love how he goes out. I think the way he goes out is fucking great. Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic.
Like, they definitely improved after the fourth one.
Yeah, because the fourth one is god-awful. It's god-awful. Yeah.
There's not even a ship fight. Like, the most of the time they're on that island.
And it seems like they tried to introduce a new storyline with the new people there. And
Penelope Cruz?
Yeah. Ugh. Not a fan of. I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan, but she's not like a draw for me.
No. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to talk about that movie. I've seen it once in the cinema. And that's 8 years ago.
What was the movie we were talking about? I'm sorry, I derailed us there.
What?
What was the movie we were talking about? Like, no, but we
talked about The King's Speech.
The King's Speech. We got to the King's Speech to the Pirates movie. That's crazy. All right.
The King's Speech has an amazing cinematography. And I was like, I did know that Guy Pearce was in it, so that was a nice surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good movie, solid, very good, 8 out of 10.
Is that the last movie you've seen?
Yeah, and now we can move on to the main subject. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, I kind of feel you there. What did you?
So, murder mystery. I mean, it was my idea, so it's my fault.
But it's my fault that I picked this one, which yeah.
Yeah, but I think Ridiculous 6 would have been even worse.
Yeah, and it looks like the other ones are just as bad, like the Do-Over, the Week Of, which probably would be my other choice, because I would have steered clear of the Ridiculous 6 no matter what. I just, that looks fucking god awful.
It does.
I thought this movie would be a callback to the last movie I actually liked with Adam Sandler, which was Just Go With It, because it had Jennifer Aniston in it. But then I was completely wrong. Like, completely wrong. It was a fucking terrible movie.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I'm not sure if I would say terrible. Probably yes, but I wasn't bored, at least, you know?
No, I wasn't bored, but I was like waiting for it to be over. Because, like, I think it had a terrible opening. I think the terrible opening when he's just walking out of the police station. And it's just this mouthful of exposition just dumped right in your fucking lap. Like, oh man, I can't take the detective test. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he just sets up the movie like within one line, which was, she's going to be upset at me and blah, blah, blah.
It's all super forced.
Yeah, very. And
we talked about this on Discord. I think Adam Sandler is not the worst actor ever.
No.
But in this movie, it seems like he didn't want to be there at all because he didn't even try.
Totally mailed
His acting
in.
is so boring.
Yeah.
He's just doing his job. Jennifer Aniston at least like acts a little and stuff.
She's kind of trying, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, so I mean the movie is about they are I don't even know why, randomly invited on that yacht by that rich guy, and then somebody gets killed, and then there's a mystery and stuff. Who's the killer?
Right.
But the problem is you don't even give a shit who the killer is. There's it's not even fun guessing who it is. There's like just no.
You could easily take this film, any of the Adam Sandler movies that are like this, and be like, and compare it to reality and say, well, that would never happen and that shit. Like, you gotta just check that shit out the door if you're gonna ever enjoy one of his movies that are like this his little formula that he does here with these. But there's really not much to save here. Like, there's only one scene that I really liked, and I actually did laugh like a motherfucker because I thought it was brilliant, which is when the detective blows the ring of smoke, and he's just standing there going, look how good it looks. Like, how did it get so perfect? And then the one guy just breaks it up, and he's like, he broke it. He broke it.
So you laughed at that?
Oh, I thought that was great. I thought that was the one scene that I liked, yeah.
So you said that you laughed during this movie, because that didn't happen to me.
That's the only time that I laughed, and I think that's a scene that I'll think about because it was so stupid. Because I know that I would think about the same thing. If someone blew a perfect ring like that, I'd be like, what the fuck? And then he did the exact same thing that I would have done, which is when someone broke it, he's going to be all distraught. He's like, he broke it. He fucking broke it.
There's one running gag that made me like, just slightly smile.
Okay.
And that was the Spanish guy who didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And I thought they completely ruined that innocent joke at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it could have been funnier because they didn't really do enough of it to really.
Yeah, but actually, like, I would say that is kind of funny, but it like didn't make me laugh either. So.
Yeah. It was a stretch. Like, the jokes really kind of fell flat, really big time on this one.
Yeah.
In fact, the most enthusiasm you see from Adam Sandler is when he meets the actress, and like me, the viewer, I'm like, well, who is it? That was a moment that you should have broke the fourth wall and put a real actress in there, just because it would have meant something more.
Gemma Arterton.
Yeah, whatever.
I hate that actress.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. So
she was in Clash of the Titans, and she's in that Hansel and Gretel witch hunter movie. She's just
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah, but she
I hate
plays
her.
Grace Ballard or Bullard or whatever, and it doesn't have any resonance because they're all excited, and you're just like, okay, that's an actress, cool.
Yeah, you could have just like put any actress in it, a real
Yeah,
actress that
yeah,
people
I would have
know.
said broke the fourth wall, put a real actress in there because he's done that shit before. So
Yeah, like the Ocean's 11 thing with Julia Roberts. Yeah,
right, right.
something like that. But yeah, that this movie is just so. It's. I mean, it's not boring, but it's. You just sit there and watch and think like, yeah, whatever.
And
It's.
the title of the movies, like I kind of thought, all right, murder mystery. I like murder mysteries. I like Clue.
Yeah.
I like these kind of movies that can be kind of fun, but it doesn't fucking really work. It's not a good murder mystery either.
No, because you don't give a shit, and there's like no way
Yeah.
in finding out yourself.
There's no like build up. There's no relation to the characters at all. Like I said, the only relation I had at all was the scene with the smoke ring. That is all I can take from this. Like his character is terrible, just terrible, because he's just kind of slothing around,
Adam
and he's
Sandler.
he's just tired or hungry. Like that is the only thing about his character is that he's tired or hungry, and they do these weird setups that like he's supposed to be a good detective, but he's really not. And then you just quit caring that he's even a detective.
There is that thing with her being a hairdresser, and they make
Yeah.
fun of her, and in the end, there's that moment when he's like, dude, just get out of here.
She's a hairdresser.
Yeah, right. Like, what the fuck? Oh, dude, that movie wasn't fun.
Yeah, I mean, nice little role for Luke Evans, but I think Luke Evans is better than this. I think he should.
He was barely in the movie.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
why was it Luke Evans?
I feel like Luke Evans shouldn't be doing these right now. Like I feel like he should be chasing something else.
To be great, but
right. This is what I'm talking. This is what I mean. Is like Luke Evans is like, for me, he's got so much potential. I want to see him in a really, really good role, but I don't think we've seen it yet.
I mean, he's okay in The Hobbit.
The girl on the train, he was good in the movie, but the movie I didn't really like. That's about all I can think of though. But he's like really the only star power though in terms of like, Terrence Stamp, I guess. But
who's that?
He's the old guy, the uncle or whatever that gets killed.
Who gets killed.
Yeah, General Zod from Superman 2.
Oh, I thought you meant Michael Sheen.
Yeah.
No, Michael Shannon.
Michael Sheen as General Zod in Man of Steel.
No, Michael Shannon.
Oh, that would have been a different movie with Michael Sheen's face. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this movie is not much worth talking about. So I think we can like.
You don't want to bash it more?
I mean, there's no point. It's not even like offensively bad. It's just so I don't even give a shit about it.
It hurt to watch. Because I feel like for me it did, because I feel like Adam Sandler's better than this. He's fucking better than this. He keeps mailing it in with these stupid fucking movies. And brilliant on his part. Because his movie started to dip at the box office a little bit. And then he made this move to Netflix, which, I think it keeps him out of his movies are bombing, he's failing talk. Because if this movie would have opened at the theater, it would have fucking bombed, in my opinion. I don't think he has the star power, or Jennifer Aniston has the star power to like carry a movie like this at the theater. Yeah, not anymore. But it hurt for me because Adam Sandler has made better fucking movies than this. In terms of acting, like there's only 2 movies I can think of where he's actually a good actor. And that is Punch Drunk Love, which I've brought up quite a few times. But Funny People. I always forget about Funny People with Seth Rogen. It's a Judd Apatow movie. He's a comedian that's dying of cancer. It's just a good movie.
It's a dark comedy.
I would say dark comedy.
It's very long.
It's a long one, yeah.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, Judd Apatow kind of became the long comedy director, which I like. I love This Is 40. I think This Is 40 is one of the best comedies ever made.
It's got a good cast. Eric Bana, Jonah Hill, Jason Schwartzman, Aubrey Plaza. Not bad.
Well, if I remember, Eric Bana's kind of funny in it too. I think he can't remember what he plays. But my point is that it hurts for me because I just feel like he's better than this. And then just to see him just wandering around, like there's this rumor that he only makes these movies so he can take better vacations, which I'm starting to believe, you know, it's like, and then like his movies used to be about him being the weird guy that gets the girl at the end type of thing. It was like an uplifting thing, which I'm not really a fan of those type of movies in general, but now he's inserting himself as he's already the man, which is kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying, you know? Yeah. So
I'm really looking forward to Uncut Gems by A24.
See, there you go. There you go. Now that's
Because
something
I
that
think-
he's finally stretching it a bit again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think that, no, we won't talk about Star Wars. I mean, I don't.
Let's talk about The Last Jedi.
Yeah, good movie. I still think Adam Sandler is way better than Kevin James. Because I've
dude,
never
Kevin
seen
James
any
is awesome.
talent
Yeah.
by Kevin James.
Yeah,
Never.
I don't like Kevin James. I think Kevin James had a window back in the day. I don't think you're a big sitcom guy, are you?
No.
No.
But like many people like King of Queens.
King of Queens was great. King of Queens, I mean, it's not Friends or Seinfeld, but King of Queens was a good fucking show back in the day. And he was actually funny. But then he became fucking annoying. And I don't know why, but every time he talks, I'm annoyed. I'm really, I'm with
Dude,
you.
I
I
totally
can't
see
stand
that.
him. I just can't take it. It's almost like they tried to make him a Chris Farley type of guy, but it just doesn't work. Like he's the big fat crazy one in the ensemble Sandler movies, but it just doesn't work. He feels out of place. I'd rather see more David Spade.
But he's kind of annoying too.
I know. Like I feel like Sandler surrounds himself with people that.
Dude, Rob Schneider is.
Yeah, like Rob Schneider, David Spade. Those are guys that you either like or you don't like at all. So
I can't say that I like any of them. So
I like him a little bit just because I grew up
David
on
Spade?
them. Yeah, because I grew up on him on Saturday Night Live. So, and I think David Spade's actually funny. He just doesn't make funny movies, you know.
I mean,
Rob Schneider
I
is
might,
just, yeah.
I might see the do-over, you know. So
I kind of feel like Sandler has made Schneider even more annoying in his movies. So
yes,
I don't know, because Rob Schneider on SNL, David Spade on SNL, they were great. Sandler on SNL was fucking brilliant. So it's almost like they're just damaging their careers even further with these movies. Yeah.
yeah. So what
There we go.
would be your rating for Murder Mystery?
Ooh, rating for me, I'd go fucking 4, maybe even
Oh,
less.
that's fun because I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Damn, that's like, I feel like the lowest you've ever given a movie.
No, I mean generally not, but like on this show, yes.
Do you have like your lowest rated movie, like because you have everything on?
Wanna know?
Yeah, because you have
Wanna
that
know what
on
my-
IMDb, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean my 1-star ratings that I
Yeah.
have? It's not a lot actually. I have like 15 have 1 star.
Oh, I gotta
There's
know.
some-
Yeah, tell me. What do you
There's
got?
some German shit that you don't know. So, the Netflix movie I.O. with Anthony Mackie and Margaret Qualley.
Oh, I
That
didn't
movie is
watch
so
that.
boring. I've never seen something as boring. And it's not even. It's like 90 minutes, and dude, that movie is so pointless. It's about nothing. Dude.
All right.
Ah. Then you have Last Airbender, which
Oh,
is
okay. Yeah.
one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Hands
That's a
down.
well-deserved 1 star right there.
I mean, everybody who's not giving that one out of 10 is just, dude, mentally ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm always getting told that I should watch Dark.
Dark. Yeah, I heard Dark is like the adult Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
those are my friends. They always tell me to watch it because they say it's fucking brilliant. But
I heard
you know,
Dark is great.
the thing is, I'm getting kind of annoyed by everybody telling me watch Dark. You know, so
Yeah.
that's the reason I don't want to.
Now
watch
you
it.
don't want to watch it. You're like, you
Yeah.
know what? I
Dude,
decide
you're
what
just
I watch.
overhyping it. Okay,
Yeah,
then Percy Jackson
yeah.
2 is a
Which
1 out
one?
of 10.
Oh, Percy
Percy
Jackson.
Jackson 2.
The second one. Okay.
The second one is a 1 out of. It's okay.
Oh, Heisen says Brightburn.
Brightburn is not a 1 out of 10, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Brightburn was pretty tough, man. I mean, there's some things I actually liked about Brightburn, but Yeah, I would say Brightburn's like a 5 for me. I'd give it a 5 because I enjoyed watching it. I
I
didn't hate
gave it a 4, I think.
I mean, there's some scenes of really good violence in Brightburn, so that kind of saves it for me. The reason I give this movie, Murder Mystery, a 4 is just because I laughed at that joke so much of the smoke ring. I'm serious. That is the only thing that I laughed about in this movie. But
Okay.
message
Next.
deleted by moderator. Jesus.
Okay. Next one-star movie. Mall Cop with Kevin James.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Then
Paul
Pixels
Blart.
with Kevin James and Adam Sandler.
Oh my God, I forgot about Pixels. Okay, yeah, Pixels was like the last Adam Sandler theatrical release, and it didn't do well, which I think prompted the Netflix deal. So, I mean, he can live on Netflix for the rest of his life, honestly, and still make money because this movie was viewed heavily on Netflix. So, still a draw. Still a draw.
After Earth.
Ooh, yeah, After Earth is a fucking 1. That is a
Yeah.
fucking half a star. If I could give it a half.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, the movie The Room with Tommy Wiseau, I wouldn't even
That's
put that
not
as
a 1.
No, I'd put that at like a fucking
I think
like
it's
a 9. Like a 9
give it-
because it's so terrible. It's good.
I gave it a I gave it a 2, I think, because it is fucking horrible, but it's
Yeah.
super hilarious. But it's
but
not,
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun to watch
Yeah, but
because it's so
but
bad.
still,
dude.
you know, to compare it to other movies, it doesn't deserve like even a 5. So
No, it'd be under. It'd be like 3 or 4 at least.
okay, Batman and Robin is 1 out of 10.
That's a 1. Yeah, definitely.
Wild Wild West.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd give it a 1.
Dude, that movie is so awful.
You don't like?
No.
I like Kevin
I don't like
Kline.
anything about it. So.
I think Kevin Kline kind of saves it for me a little bit there. I like Kevin Kline. But man, I bet the CGI looks terrible nowadays. I bet it's fucking awful.
I think I watched that last year.
You got Kenneth Branagh. He doesn't save it for you a little bit?
Dude, his beard in that film is fucking weird.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other 1 stars?
Sand Sharks, which is the shark trash movies or whatever. And Elvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, the CGI Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
And that's it. That's all the 1 out of 10. Like out of 1,200 movies, there's only 15 I would rate with 1 out of 10.
That's pretty good. I would agree with those actually.
Like you've got to be just terrible to get 1 out of 10. Like even movies I hate, like Clash of the Titans, that's a 2 out of 10. You know, because I just can't say that it's quality wise so bad that it deserves a 1.
After Earth to me jumps out as the 0 just because you've got a star power, you've got director power, and you still fuck up so bad.
Oh yeah.
That is one of the hardest movies that I've ever had to watch. Just fucking terrible. I remember a friend of mine turned it off after 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, just watch 10 minutes, please. You gotta just, try to get through this as much as you can. He's like, I can't do it. I just can't. So, yeah. After Earth.
Will Smith's acting in that one is just...
Oh, both of them, man. Both of them.
Yeah, but Jaden Smith, I don't expect anything from him.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly.
Yeah. He's kind of weird, too. He's kind of out of it.
So, do we want to move on to my list of this week?
Yeah, man. Lay it on me. What do you got today?
I think I announced it last week, almost, with my top 20 actresses.
Okay, you got a top 20.
Top 20 actors, and I think it would be right to do this for the actresses. And I've got some honorable mentions, but guess who's not in the honorable mentions for the list?
Jennifer Aniston.
That's right, but I was, I mean, Meryl Streep is not in it.
Wow.
And I think, dude, I thought you would like that.
I do, but I think that she gets a bad rap because she's nominated for everything nowadays, but she still can turn in a good performance. Like she was good in The Post. She was good in The Iron Lady. But you got to Kramer versus Kramer, Sophie's Choice. You know, you've got to see the best of the best when it comes to Meryl Streep. Sophie's Choice in particular, she's absolutely fantastic in Sophie's Choice. Like, you can't even watch Sophie's Choice and say she's not good.
It's just, it's not that I don't like her. It's just, you know, I
Right.
wouldn't consider her in my top actresses.
Well, it's me being
give a
pompous too, because you haven't even seen those movies. So I mean,
No, but I've seen some stuff with her, like The Devil Wears Prada and Deer Hunter.
yeah. Well, Deer Hunter.
I've
She's
started the
awful. She's
post,
awful
but
on the Deer Hunter.
she got Oscar nominated for that. So
Oh, well, yeah, of course, she was in it. I mean, that's all she has to do. She just
Fair
has to
enough.
be in it. Yeah.
I wouldn't say she was awful, but she's just not significant enough to get a nomination, like at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my honorable mentions. It's okay. Let's just okay. First one, Lily James.
I feel like I'm gonna have to look a lot of these
She's
chicks
from
up.
Baby Driver, and Yesterday, and other stuff.
So she's an up and comer.
She is, yeah. She's promising for sure.
Cinderella.
Yeah, I really liked her in Baby Driver. She was in Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman, which was also very nice. But yeah, honorable mentions. Because,
1989, a little young for you, or a little old for you there, Ahmed. You know, just saying.
Dude, that's not the point of this list.
We can't be sexualizing the actresses here. I'm sorry, I apologize. You
know. I think she's a good actress, so there's probably stuff coming with her that's pretty good. But you know, it's not enough yet to really put her in the list. So next one is I don't think you know her, Catherine Waterston.
Catherine Waterston.
Waterston. She is in
Inherent Vice.
Right, and she's
like
in
Brie Larson.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and stuff. She's also in Mid-90s, which is a really good role. So she's cool. I like her.
She was in Alien Covenant as well.
Oh yeah,
so
right.
She's in some movies. The Current War. She plays Marguerite Westinghouse. Exciting.
Right, of course. How did I forget? Yeah, she's cool.
Okay.
I would like to see her in more stuff actually, because in Inherent Vice she's really good. I think that's an underrated.
I even told you last week I was gonna make a thing to watch that, and I really dropped the ball on movies this week.
P.T. Anderson.
I know.
Gotta watch the Anderson stuff. Next one, we talked about her on our first show, Jessica Chastain. She didn't make the list, but
she didn't make the list.
No, this is my honorable mentions, dude.
Okay.
Because for the real list, I again have my favorite role by them.
Okay.
But this is honorable mentions. Yeah, she didn't make it because I don't know. She is good, but maybe it's been too long since I watched Interstellar. So
I feel like that's her best. She was good
probably.
in The Martian as well.
Yeah.
Zero Dark 30. She's probably one of the best parts about the movie, even though the movie's kind of overrated.
She was kind of in The Most Violent Year.
You know? Oh my god, dude! I already fucking I blocked that movie out of my
I know
mind.
that you don't like that movie.
That was pretty bad.
Whatever. Yeah. So Jessica Chastain, she did make the list, but I think she's very talented and one of the best actually. Just like, you know, this is a personal list, of course, because
of course,
it's not one of my favorites. And next one would be Michelle Monaghan.
Yeah, I do like her.
She's really good. And my favorite role, like if she was in the list, I would probably pick True Detective as my favorite role by her.
She was good in that. Oh, you didn't go with Pixels?
Almost. It was close. But she's also good in Gone Baby Gone, which is a movie I think I should rewatch.
The Casey Affleck.
Casey Affleck movie, yeah.
Yeah, it was that's a good movie in general. It's kind of a dark ending there.
I think wasn't it directed by Ben Affleck?
I believe
it was.
So.
It was written and directed by Ben Affleck.
Written by and directed by?
I mean, co-written.
It might be time for Ben just to, just work on directing, because I like his directing.
True.
I do like. I love The Town, so.
He seems to be a better director than.
I mean, you got Argo, The Town, Gone Baby Gone. He's kind of an underrated director when you You think about it, you know.
Yeah, he gets a lot of shit for Batman.
Well, yeah, deservedly so. Though.
Monahan is also in Kiss Bang Bang, which I haven't seen yet, which is kind of sad, but I will eventually.
You do get it. Yeah, you got to see Kiss Bang Bang.
And yeah, she's just an actress I really like in every movie, basically.
I think Kiss Bang Bang is the last great like Val Kilmer role too. So.
That kind of Val Kilmer, like, you know, what happened to him kind of makes me sad.
Yes, I agree.
Because he is so great. He was so fantastic in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially Doc Holliday. Just unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Nobody will know what we're talking about.
So are we in the top 20 now?
No, it's still honorable mention.
More honorable mentions?
I will announce the real list. Dude, chill out. Anne Hathaway didn't make the list.
I don't even know.
But I like Anne Hathaway. But actually, the reason why she didn't make the list was because I couldn't really choose a favorite role by her because like there was nothing really standing out to me, even though she's really good in Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
And she's good in Interstellar and Dark Knight Rises, but like, you know, not that good. So
yeah, exactly. I feel like she's kind of overrated, a little overrated. Just not in Les Miserables. I'm not saying she was overrated in that.
I gotta see that again, actually.
I feel like overall, she's kind of just been overrated since she hit the scene a little bit there. Because there's this Audrey Hepburn quality about her. So I feel like they put her on this pedestal. Just my opinion. Because in Interstellar, she kind of annoys me a little bit.
Yeah, she's, yeah.
But I believe that's the character, so it could be, you know, an example of good acting because she's annoying me.
Yeah, but now that you say it, you know that I only watched Interstellar once, and the only scene I remember with her was the ending when she's on that new planet.
Oh, spoilers. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, everybody has seen that film. But isn't it kind of sad that I only remember one scene? So
yeah, because she's got some pretty decent scenes in that too.
Yeah, don't remember them. It's been 5 years, so too bad. Okay, next one. Scarlett Johansson.
She might have made my list. I don't know. 20 is a big number, so I'm curious to see who made this list.
Yeah. For me, Scarlett Johansson just never really proved her talent that much. Like, she was occupied with Avengers, and, you know, for me, she's one of the weakest characters in that.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like her in Lost in Translation, but
that's the one. That's the one that I would point to.
Yeah, that's the one. But like, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen I don't know, stuff she's probably good in. There's that movie Marriage Story that's coming out.
That actually looks alright.
I heard that's really good.
Yeah, that looks good.
She is a good actress, but I don't know.
I had Adam Driver movie.
Fan. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but I mean, you kind of you made a good point though, is that she's been on the Marvel thing for a while, and now, you know, that brings up a good question of like, you know, if you get tied in too long, it kind of almost hurts your career a little bit. I think, even though it hasn't hurt her career, but role wise, I feel like it hurts role wise a little bit there.
Probably.
Because you're playing Black Widow for 20 fucking years.
Yeah, Black Widow's boring. I don't know. What's so special about her? I don't know.
She's tragic. She's very tragic.
Dude, but I never felt any emotion for that character.
She's a master interrogator, you know?
Ah, right.
Master interrogator. Hello. Master spy.
Everything. Yeah, she's just really good at everything, so yeah.
Now that you know that she's a good shot, you know, and she can...
Right.
I always think about that scene in Avengers when they're like they show the rotating camera around all of them and they're all superheroes, and then you got her just loading her little gun. Well, Hawkeye too, I guess, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but like he has a bow, she has a gun. You know, the bow is way cooler. She's got the little
electric things that they, you know, added in there. She's got a baton.
She's so good that she can fight aliens, I guess.
I mean, you gotta take away the disbelief there a little bit when it comes.
Of course,
to that.
But you know, Black Widow is not a character I find very interesting.
I think that's more honorary to the comics and everything because she's like one of the originals. Like I understand why Black Widow is a big deal, but I think they made a good, not to get spoilery, but they made a good decision with her. I think in Endgame, I think that was a good call. I think that was a good call overall.
Even though I didn't like that scene that much, it was kind of strange.
Yeah, well, I felt like you've already seen it too. You know.
I mean, yeah, you have kind
You've
of
already done it, so.
And the first time was better.
Yes, the first time was pretty good.
So yeah, next one, honorable mentions, Emily Blunt. I mean, she's good, but
I'm kind of iffy on her too because her face is kind of always the same in every movie. You know, she's got that one look on her face of just, it's either disbelief or terror.
She has a very intense look, yeah.
Yeah, because I watched The Girl on the Train recently, and it felt like she was kind of the same as Sicario in a way. And Sicario, I feel like that's her one of her worst performances. That's one of the weak things about Sicario is Emily Blunt.
I wouldn't say she's performing badly, but her character is not really that deep or important, kind of.
Yeah, I just feel like you gotta express your face a little bit better.
I feel like A Quiet Place was overrated.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow, she was good in that, but it's again like not a deep role or anything.
It's more of a Tom Cruise movie than an Emily Blunt movie.
Yeah, true. I liked her in The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
But like, I like seeing her in movies, but the reason why she's honorable mentions is because, like, it's kind of clear there's just nothing that special to me yet.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of potential. I feel like there's a lot of potential with Emily Blunt.
I just wanted to mention her,
Because I definitely don't dislike her at all. Like, if I see her name is in the movie, then I wouldn't say it's a draw, but it's definitely not like, ew, Emily Blunt. It ain't no Andie MacDowell for sure. Like, she's got appeal. That's a better word for it. She's got appeal.
Yeah. Okay, next one is someone I used to not like that much. But, with rewatching the Tarantino movies, I kind of like Uma Thurman now.
Ooh, yeah.
She's good.
It's good you left her off the list.
Yeah, like, I really like her in Pulp Fiction, and I really like her in Kill Bill, but that's it.
Yeah, I think she's an example of she's tied to the director. She's tied to the director.
Pretty badass in Kill Bill, but
oh yeah,
like, I don't know. After that, I haven't seen her in anything. I think except Nymphomaniac in one scene.
That's because Tarantino crushed her will to act anymore.
Yeah,
she was kind of she was making a lot more movies back in the day, like the 90s. She's made a lot more movies, I feel like, and I never disliked her, but she's not a draw for me. But she was fantastic as Mia Wallace and
oh yes,
and Beatrix. So
next one is Rose Byrne. I like her in movies, but she's doing a lot of comedies. And I don't like
remember
comedies.
her face. That's not Penny Dreadful? That is Penny Dreadful, isn't it? No, that's not Penny Dreadful. No, that's the other one.
I generally like her in movies, but her movies are like, there's a lot of comedy bullshit, like Neighbors, and Instant Family.
But Neighbors is great.
I don't think so.
Neighbors that's a gem right there.
Nah. I think I liked her in X-Men First Class. Or what else was she in? She was in The Place Beyond the Pines. Okay, I didn't remember that. Insidious. That was alright.
Yeah, she's
again,
kind of. I think she's gotten typecast to comedies.
Yeah, because she's kind of awkward sometimes.
Yeah, she plays it well. I get why she's in it. Yeah, but she didn't really make an impact for X-Men for me. I feel like she needs. But I kind of see what you're saying. Like, she's got definitely. I see why she's an honorable mention.
Yeah, I mean,
very likable. Very likable.
She didn't have to be in the honorable mentions, but
yeah. But it has to be said, she's extremely likable when she's on camera. So I think that's a big thing.
There's a movie called Juliet Naked with Ethan Hawke and
boy.
Chris O'Dowd. That's a decent movie. It's not bad. But
Ethan Hawke. Oh, Chris O'Dowd. Yeah,
Yeah,
I never really knew that guy's name, but yeah, that guy, the Irish dude, he's in a lot of shit, isn't he?
is Ethan Hawke a problem for you? Like
Is
when,
Ethan Hawke a problem for me?
like you just like it sounded like you didn't want to watch that movie because Ethan
No,
Hawke
I
was
think
in it.
Ethan Hawke makes bad movies. I think Ethan Hawke is
Oh.
fine, but I think Ethan Hawke has made some terrible fucking choices in his career. I don't like the Boyhood movie. I think that movie's fucking
I haven't
over.
seen it, but it's not appealing to me. I mean,
Yeah,
I do like coming of age stories, but I prefer stuff like Lady Bird and stuff. You know,
it's just
Boyhood
it's a
seems
gimmick
kinda-
though. It's such a
Yeah,
gimmick
right.
with the whole 12-year thing. It's like, who gives a shit? Like, I don't. Who gives a shit? Like, I just don't think it's interesting enough. And to think that they were tied to that for 12 years, I'm like, okay, great, cool. But no, I've liked Ethan Hawke since I was a kid with the great 1980s movie Explorers. You know, so
What is the earliest movie I've seen him in? Reality Bites, I think.
he's let me down a few times though. I don't know. I know you're a De Niro guy. Great Expectations. I saw that in the theater. It was.
Oh, I gotta say
fucking
something
terrible.
about De Niro
Hmm.
because I've seen some videos of of him in interviews and stuff. De Niro is not a likable guy. I just want to say that,
Not a
Like-
likable guy.
No, not at all. Actually, I don't think he's very sympathetic, but he's a good actor, so I don't.
So I gotta ask, what led to this? What is it? It's not political, right? Because he's really
No,
gone
but
off the
like
edge of political.
he just seems kind of like an asshole,
Kind of a pompous dick.
like a bit arrogant and stuff. Just not very pleasant guy.
Yeah, like you don't really want to interview him.
No, he just seems kind of grumpy and old.
Yeah, no,
But
I
he's
get
done
that.
some amazing performances, like I think 20 plus performances that I liked. So
Oh yeah. You can't have a best actor conversation without Robert De Niro. Even though
No.
me personally,
I know you always say that he can't cry.
he can't cry, but he's still in the top 10. He's still in the top 10. You can't take that away. I mean, just because you're not a good crier doesn't mean you weren't fantastic in all of these fucking movies. Like his library is insane. So
Just gonna say he might not always stay at the top for me,
right.
because you still have Leonardo DiCaprio, who has time to make good movies.
Yeah, and I'm interested in the older Leonardo, so we'll see
Yeah, me
what
too.
what the next chapter brings. Because that's the thing about acting is you can keep going for quite a while, which is nice.
Okay, next actress on the list, on the honorable mentions. Rachel McAdams, which I considered putting in the list, but then I looked at the stuff I've seen her in, and it's like, I mean,
like her.
yeah, she's good, but like nothing standing out to me really, even though I like her.
Game Night, wasn't she in Game Night?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, but dude, like comedy performances like that are not.
It doesn't count for you.
I mean, there's comedy that's brilliant, and then
But
there's
don't you
comedy
agree
that's
that
just-
it's harder to do Is it harder to do comedy or is it harder
Yeah,
to do
but-
drama?
like there are two types of comedy: the murder mystery type of comedy,
Yeah.
just cheap and kind of uncreative, and then there's
Okay.
stuff like The Nice Guys and Dolomite Is My Name and stuff.
Which
like,
is yeah.
clever
Snatch.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Rachel McAdams, like Game Night, is one of those more of the on the cheap side of comedy. And
But
not
it
the-
works. But it works. I was kind of
Of course
hoping
it
that you were going to come around to this because I feel like you got the good example of the movie that we're talking about today, which was Murder Mystery, right? Cheap, kind of pointless. But Game Night does it to where it works. Like it actually works where Murder Mystery just completely doesn't work at all.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Game Night is bad, but
Right,
I
yeah.
feel like in that kind of in that type of comedy movie, there's not much room for a great performance as a Brad Pitt in Snatch or
acting
in Inherent
wise.
Vice, Josh Brolin in Inherent Vice.
Well, what about Rachel McAdams? I mean, have you seen The Notebook?
I have not.
Okay.
But it's
Well,
on-
that would be
on
the one that you got to point to is The
probably.
Notebook. Yeah.
I mean, I liked her in About Time, which is a nice English.
Like
rom-com.
don't fall into the it's a love story thing because The Notebook is actually just a
Yo.
tragic.
I like love stories.
It's very good then, and you definitely want to see it.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. It's
I mean,
kinda sad.
Ryan Gosling is one of those actors where I just want to see every movie he's in. Kind of.
Yeah, and they're both really good in it. They sell you that love really good. So
Okay.
that would be
Also,
the one.
I've-
And she's good in the Sherlock Holmes too. I like her.
Oh
a lot.
right, she was in that. And she is in True Detective season 2, which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, but I have to say, and I'm actually a small fan of True Detective season 2 because I feel like the Colin Farrell character is so good in it. The Vince Vaughn character is pretty good in it. But the Rachel McAdams character, I feel like, was completely pointless. So
sad.
Yeah, like it's not anything against her. Like she's good in it. I'd probably have to watch it again to dissect like her acting in it, but it's just like the character. You just you just want to focus on Colin Farrell, basically. That's the problem with True Detective season 2.
I mean, the expectations are high after the fantastic first season. So.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why they dropped the ball with that, but I think they should have done a better job of explaining that this is an anthology thing. It's a standalone thing, so people wouldn't lose their mind when it was like a different story. Because I feel like the story is good in True Detective season 2. It's just I
heard the third one is actually better again.
I heard it was good as well because I feel like I mean True Detective season 1 and season 3, from the looks of it, season 3 goes back to just focusing more on one or two people rather than
Mahershala.
Season 2 had a lot more going on in it. But like I said, the Vince Vaughn and the Colin Farrell shit is all good.
All right.
But disappointing? Yes, disappointing, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of what you expect after one hell of a season.
From something that good, yeah. I mean, because you'd have to say that greatest limited series, greatest standalone series, True Detective is number 1.
It is my favorite TV show.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't call it a TV show. I'd call it a limited series or a...
Of course, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I should do a top 10 TV shows.
Yeah, we could definitely...
Probably not that exciting because I haven't watched that many. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like I got a lot to bring to the table there because I do watch a lot of TV, and I just feel like that shit's not slowing down at all, which is nice. But it's like, fuck, man, when are you going to find the time to watch? Because now... Dude, the streaming wars are about to begin. They're about to begin with Apple TV, Disney Plus, and the HBO Max. And they all have got some original shit that, The Apple TV stuff actually looks pretty good.
It seems like my dad is going to get that.
Yeah. Hopefully. So you'll be able to watch Jennifer Aniston and,
Oh,
there is one, though, that actually has me interested is the For All Mankind, which is What If the Space Race Never Ended. So I kind of am interested in that. And Joel Kinnaman is in it, which I like Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah, he's like Jay Courtney in Good.
Yeah, I feel like he's better than Jay Courtney.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean.
But he's good, is that what you said?
Like, he kind of looks similar in a way to me.
Mm.
Same type of guy, but he's better.
To me, feels like the bad brother of Armie Hammer. That's what Joel Kinnaman seems like to me. Like he's like in the same category, but Armie Hammer is like refined, and Joel Kinnaman's like, yeah, what the fuck ever kind of guy. Because Joel Kinnaman's turned in some good performances. Like
that's true.
Yeah, and I feel like he's definitely not done.
But I don't know how old is he? Like.
I don't know. People are always older than what I think, so...
He could be 40. I don't know.
Look on the IMDb front page, The Rise of Timothy Chalamet. Oh my god. Oh my
god. He is 40, actually. Is there a movie or series that is coming up and you guys are hyped about it? Yes. The Irishman.
The Irishman, for sure, yeah.
Which is coming out this month, and... I heard it's coming to German cinema, but on the cinema page of my town, I haven't seen it yet, so not sure if it runs here. So that's probably the next. No, Ford vs Ferrari, the Christian Bale Matt Damon movie. That's mid-November, I think, and that's my hype movie.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's a big draw right there.
TV series, not really.
Not even
The Mandalorian.
Not even the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon.
Wait, what?
House of the Dragon. That's the series that they're going to go to. It's not even. They're not even going to do a pilot. It's been ordered straight to series since they canceled the Naomi Watts Blood Moon series. I think it was called Blood Moon.
Well, there's actually a show I want to watch, and that's The Witcher.
Oh, there you go.
The trailer just came out yesterday, and I think it looks pretty good. Like the second
Witcher.
trailer. And
you
then
played the game,
Mandalorian.
right?
Hmm?
You played the game.
I
The
play Witcher 3, yes.
Okay, all right then.
Witcher 2 a bit. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Even though I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm unconvinced by Henry Cavill, but it's kind of it's looking a bit wrong.
The Cavill. Yeah. I think this will be the. I think The Witcher will be the decisive thread on do people like Henry Cavill or not. This will be the deciding factor of whether or not he's going to continue as a draw or not. Because
even though he was Superman,
like he's a draw for me, but I don't think he's a draw for other people. He's been a draw for me since The Tudors, which I thought he was great on The Tudors. The Tudors is a fantastic show. It's about Henry VIII. It was a Showtime show. Very good.
Can you watch HBO?
Ooh, he wants to watch the Watchmen series. I can say right now, Jacobius, that the Watchmen show is fantastic. Don't believe the haters out there that are saying it's not good.
I think you can watch HBO on Sky. But Sky is a pretty shitty service, so no. Yeah, okay, never mind. We should continue with my list.
German talk. Here we go.
Okay, Octavia Spencer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think she's really good in everything, basically.
Yeah.
But the problem is kind of
you don't like looking at her?
Dude.
Sorry.
I'm not sure if I remember any big performance by her.
I mean, I hate to be shallow, but I feel like it works with actors as well. Like attraction is a thing that works in movies, and I feel like her. I'm not saying like you should be attracted to Octavia Spencer, but I'm saying that her face is a bit of a turnoff, just for me. But she is a good actress.
But for me, that's with her not really important. Like. Have you seen Hidden Figures?
I didn't watch it. No, I didn't. I saw The Help.
She was good in that.
Saw The Help.
And, The Help I've seen in school, but I think that's ages ago. So I
saw Ma. I saw Ma this year.
Oh, how was that? I skipped that.
Honestly, I mean, you kind of know that I saw a few of the horror movies this year: Pet Sematary, Child's Play, Us, all that shit. I will say that Ma was the most enjoyable. So Ma was at least.
It didn't look that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. My problem with the Ma is that if you've seen the trailer, then you saw the movie. Like, that's a case of the trailer giving way too much away, man.
It seemed like that.
Which is a bummer, yeah.
But yeah. Octavia Spencer is basically, I would say she's good in everything she is in.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know.
I don't mean to tear down her looks either. She's just very ordinary for me. Like she's not. Yeah. She doesn't feel like a movie star. Is a thing for me, which is good and bad. It's good and bad because there's plenty of roles for Octavia Spencer.
Yes. Next one, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Riley Keough.
Riley Keough.
Whatever. She was in Mad Max Fury Road and Logan Lucky and Under the Silver Lake.
This gal. Okay.
She is really good. I like her a lot, but I think there's also the Hold the Dark with Jeffrey Wright. She's really good, but I think there's still a lot to come probably because so far, not really a significant performance yet.
Kind of a young actress that's looking for the role, basically. It looks like to me.
But she's cool. I like her. I like seeing her in movies.
All right. I don't really have anything much because I don't remember her in Fury Road there. So
she's the redhead.
I still remember. I need to watch Fury Road again.
Yeah, me too.
Seen it
That's
twice.
Movie I could watch all week.
Yeah. Anytime it's on, start to finish. Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought including her in my honorable mentions because we'd never talked about her before, or I never mentioned her, so why not?
Someone to watch.
Vera Farmiga.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, Riley Keough, I just noticed this on IMDb. She's the eldest grandchild of Elvis and Priscilla Presley.
Oh.
So She'll be around for a while just because she's got that.
Stop. Yeah.
She's got some shit in her veins there. So she's got Elvis in her veins, mate. She'll be around. Don't worry.
So yeah, then Vera Farmiga.
Oh yeah,
I feel like she's kind of held back by a Conjuring franchise.
Yeah, and not only that, I feel like she's in other things. I think like The Orphan, there, Bates Motel. Like she's kind of getting typecast in horror. I feel like.
Same with Patrick Wilson.
I think he likes it. I think he likes being in there.
Dude, in The Tall Grass, I think he enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, like he kind of had this feeling like he was the one showing up. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, right. Farmiga was in Godzilla 2, which didn't like her role, but
yeah, she's definitely she's kept up working. My favorite role by far would be
Up in the Air.
Up in the Air, yeah, because I didn't like her in The Departed. I thought that's the thing that weakens The Departed is the fact that they're dating the same girl. I think that was just.
I can actually agree on that.
I think that's just too unbelievable for me. Even though I just mentioned about how you got to check that shit at the door sometimes. For a movie like The Departed. Yeah, for a movie like The Departed, I feel like that was just too convenient. A bit
unnecessary for the plot.
Yeah, because you didn't need it. Like, I would have rather had just more scenes of fucking Mark Wahlberg bitching.
Actually, I think that love plot doesn't exist in the Infernal Affairs original.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
So that's something Scorsese added.
Huh. Yeah, because I don't agree that you always have to have a love story. I think that's stupid. So
I think sometimes it's more annoying than helpful.
It's a bit of a stain for me for The Departed is that love story with her, but it's not her fault. So
no, of course not. She's a good actress.
Right.
And yeah, Up in the Air, good movie.
Love her in Up in the Air because that movie's fucked up. Just fucked up.
Speaking of Up in the Air, Anna Kendrick is on my list of honorable mentions.
I don't really like her.
Recently I've seen more stuff with her. Up in the Air, I watched that recently. I think she was good, actually really great in that. And Scott Pilgrim, man, she's good in Scott Pilgrim, even though she's a side character.
She is in Scott Pilgrim. I forget she's in that. Okay.
She's his sister, and it's pretty funny. Scott Pilgrim is so good.
Scott Pilgrim's great. I love Scott Pilgrim. So.
Yeah, and I kind of she's a good actress, but I think I said this a lot. She's not significant enough for me yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's potential. I don't know.
Well, again, she's kind of getting typecast a little bit. She's because I think she just got tied to a Disney Plus show too. So.
Love Life?
She's a little too Disney for me. I think that's what it is. Like she just screams fucking Disney princess. Like every time I look at her.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the Frozen girl.
Frozen girl.
The girl that plays Elsa in Frozen. It's sad because Kristen Bell. That's her name, Kristen Bell.
Oh, okay.
Veronica Mars. That's her name. Oh, I'm sorry. I did watch something this week, and I watched Election. I don't know if you've ever seen Election.
No.
If you haven't, you should. It's one of the first Alexander Payne movies, and I like Alexander Payne quite a bit. So.
Oh, I have to mention something because my friend Jacoby is here right now. Because he and another friend gifted me 3 movies last week.
Ooh.
For my birthday, and it's some good shit, dude. I'm so grateful. They got me Predator, the first one, which is really cool. They got me Good Morning Vietnam.
That's a good movie, man.
Yeah, right.
Good movie.
And I was surprised because those guys don't watch old movies, but they still got me some. And then all the President's Men.
That's a classic right there.
Dude, the cast looks so good to me. Just those 2 people,
The cast is really good. I saw it a long time ago. It was like when I was 14 or 15. So I think I might have watched that one a little too young because I remember thinking it was very slow.
Yeah, it can happen. So shout out to Jacoby. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Anna Kendrick, next actress, Rebecca Ferguson, because I like her.
I do too. Yeah.
Same as with the other ones. There's not that performance yet. I haven't seen it yet, but she will be in Dune, so as Lady Jessica, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's the one that Life wasn't that bad either.
No,
The
of course not.
Life had some good shit in it, but it wasn't
But
great.
she was in some like big budget movies that I didn't like Greatest Showman and Men in Black International.
You didn't like Greatest Showman? I mean, come
Dude, that
on.
movie is so fucking like, dude, everything in that movie is just fantastic. You know, everything works out. It's all
Everything.
shiny and bullshit. I hate musicals.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in Doctor Sleep, which I think got some good reviews. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in Doctor Sleep. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I kind of think I should read the book, but then it's one of those things that if I read the book, it might ruin the movie.
could be.
I'm kind of conflicted on Doctor Sleep a little bit because it's really weird how they're using the Shining movie.
True. Yeah, you said that last time.
Yeah, it's really
strange.
kind of very conflicting for me with that whole thing, but it's kind of cool at the same time. So yeah, I don't know.
For me, it's just like two leading actors, Ewan McGregor and Rebecca Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
That's already interesting to me. So I think she's the villain.
She
So,
looks like the villain. Yeah.
so it's
She's
interesting.
playing Rose the Hat. It's got to be a villain. Right?
It's like some witch or something. It seems like.
I do see that she is credited announced project Mission Impossible 7, which I'm happy. That's
Right.
good because
She was really good for this series, I think.
Right, I agree. I completely agree. And it's good because that series finally has a little continuity because it
And
didn't.
she's a woman in the Mission Impossible franchise who's not a love interest, and I like that.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Um,
It's not just Tom Cruise's woman.
yeah, sure. So she is also, she's not that old, right?
She's probably like 57 or
mid-30s,
some shit.
57. Yeah. No, she's
1983. She is younger than me. She is about 36.
yeah. So there's still stuff to come.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And the last one of my honorable mentions is Lupita Nyong'o. And I think the only reason why I didn't put her in the list is because I don't remember her in 12 Years a Slave, and that's kind of bad, you know.
And that's the movie that she came out
Right,
in.
and I'm so sad about that. I should remember her, but I don't. Sadly.
Might need to watch that again.
Yeah, probably. I thought she was pretty good in Us.
I
but
think
the
she
movie
would
was good.
actually make my list, but I think I don't think she has enough behind her yet, movies wise. But I think that I would try to get her in at like 19, 20 or something like that if I was doing the list. Because she is a fucking draw for me. That's the reason why I wanted to see Us, is because she was in it. So
Yeah,
I really like her. I really like Lupita Nyong'o.
She is
awesome.
really, really good, yes. But she's been in a lot of Disney stuff lately. You know, Star Wars, Black Panther, Jungle Book. So I'm not sure how that kind of movie is good for your career, you know, acting wise.
Yeah, the great Marvel machine is
Yeah.
it's gonna take its toll on a few actors and roles, you know, especially because Marvel picks such good actors too. Like they're taking really good people away from possible projects that could be better, acting
Dude,
wise. Anyway.
Sherlock Holmes 3 would have happened a lot earlier.
Oh yeah, oh for sure, and hopefully it still does.
It does happen. It's announced, but it's not by Guy Ritchie, I think.
That's
or is
kind
it?
of a bummer. That's kind of a bummer if it's not.
Sherlock Holmes 3.
Because
Doolittle
does nothing for me, man. I gotta say, like I don't.
Yeah, true.
I'm not interested in Doolittle. Like,
but
it just looks like a CGI fest, like big time.
It has the guy from The Witch, Ralph Ineson, at least, you know.
Yeah.
That's something, you know.
And our boy Downey Jr. It's hard to go against him, but
Sherlock Holmes 3 is by Dexter Fletcher, who made Rocketman and parts of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ooh.
And he was acting in Snatch, I think. Was it
So
Snatch?
it's a musical
it was Lock,
now.
Stock.
Sherlock Holmes 3, the musical.
Right. It's coming out 2021, and like Jude Law and Robert Downey are confirmed, and Rachel McAdams is rumored.
Heisen says people like to pick their nose while driving. Okay, all right.
Interesting.
I think he's in the car driving somewhere. That's
Makes
what
sense.
I'm taking that. Yeah.
So yeah, Lupita Nyong'o sadly didn't make the list, but I would like to include her someday.
I'm gonna ask, can we take like a quick 2 minutes or so,
Of
just
course
because
we
I know
can.
you're gonna get into the list here, and it seems like
Yes.
a good time to, good time to go take a pee pee.
Take your time.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
I am back.
All right, then let's start with the list. And I have, as always, I have the visuals.
The list is ready.
So okay, the first one, considering the actresses I put on the honorable mentions, the first one, like my 20th place,
Mhm.
feels kind of wrong, but I like seeing her in movies, and I think she has talent, but she's very much mainstream blockbuster actress.
Oh, okay, number
It's
20.
Karen Gillan.
Oh, okay, all right. I feel like she's got a lot left in the tank too. Like her
Yeah,
best
right.
shit is ahead of us for sure.
But I really like seeing her in movies. I don't know why.
That's
She's
because
super
that's because
sympathetic.
she's a hottie. Don't even
That
lie.
might be it. No,
She's-
um, she was like, of course, there's Avengers, and which I mean, I gotta say, my favorite role by her, of course, is Nebula in Endgame, because I think that's the movie where she got the most screen time.
Well, I think it speaks to like how good she is too. Like, cause she went all in with that role. When she got the role, she shaved her fucking head. She like just got
Yes.
really into that character, and she for such a I don't want to say the word silly, but cyborg, whatever, silly in reality, to bring it to the screen and to have that much emotion and have it be conveyed is speaks a lot to her, man. I love her as Nebula.
Have you seen Jumanji?
Yeah, I did. I saw the first
She's
one.
also really funny in that one.
Yeah, actually, I thought Jumanji was a lot more fun than I expected, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
true. I agree.
like
It's
the smoldering fury shit with Rock. I mean, there's a lot of stupid shit in it, but
it shouldn't be allowed to be this all right, actually.
yeah, because it's to the point where I'm looking forward to the next one. So
Yeah, me too, actually, which is weird. I wouldn't have
odd.
like thought
Yeah,
that. Yeah, she was in The Big Short for like one scene, probably. I don't remember her. She was in The Circle, which is not a good movie,
I
and
heard that was not good. Yeah.
she was in Stuber this year with Dave Bautista. That's not a good
Yeah.
movie either. So, but you know,
I remember she was big too in Doctor Who. She was a Doctor Who
right?
chick.
Yeah, but I
So,
have never seen that.
hmm,
But
yeah.
I really like her. That's all I can say.
I totally agree. She would be on the list just for up and comers for me because quite a draw. Quite a draw.
Okay, next one is probably like has more of a bigger filmography and more um is a better actress probably, but I don't like her that much actually. It's Charlize Theron. Like she
If
made
you
the
don't
list,
like
but
her, then why is she on
no,
the list?
like I don't like her. She's 19th place, dude. Like
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Charlize Theron, she is good, but I was never a big fan.
Yeah, I think
Um,
with most people, she'd be like in the top tens.
yeah, but I haven't even seen Monster.
Oh, then you need to see Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that.
Um,
Yeah, she might go up on the list a little bit higher when you see Monster.
Probably it seems like one hell of a performance.
It's one of the best performances of all time. It really is. It really is. Especially if you know the backstory at all, which I don't expect you do, of Eileen Wuornos. Like all you have to do, go on YouTube, look at a video of the real Eileen Wuornos, look at her, then go watch Monster, and you're like, oh my fucking god! Like
It's
she
her.
went, yeah, she went all in, man, all in. So yeah.
Also, like looking at her filmography, there's like the movies I watched with her weren't really big acting movies.
Mm-hmm.
I would say she was good in Atomic Blonde because like she did some good action and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
the movie isn't really my favorite. I like her in The Road, but she's barely in it.
In the Valley of Ella, if you've ever seen
I
that
haven't
one,
seen that now.
you want to put that because that's one of the because you know how I feel about Tommy Lee Jones, but that's one of his standout performances. There
Dude.
is in the Valley of Ella.
Oh, that's right.
She was in The Road, which she was pretty good in The Road.
Yeah, but she's like in two scenes, I think.
She's completely wasted in Prometheus. I feel like
True. Same
completely
as
wasted.
Elva.
Yo, yeah, both of them are completely wasted. I feel like she does a great performance in Snow White the Huntsman, but the movie is terrible.
The movie is not good now.
Yeah, terrible.
Italian Job is okay.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, but like it's not showing her acting skills.
No.
For me, I think it's kind of obvious what my favorite performance is. It's Furiosa.
Yeah.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah. When you look at her IMDb, she really kind of just does blockbusters now and makes a lot of money, in my opinion. But I feel like she earned it though. Like when you get that Oscar, I mean, there's really nothing else to shoot for, so you might as well.
Dude, the second one.
I do have a movie though. I don't know if you've seen it, but you like Keanu Reeves, you like Al Pacino. I completely forget about this movie.
Oh, I know what you mean. The Devil's Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate. Yes, I love The Devil's Advocate. So that's a movie with her in it. That was like the first movie I ever saw her in too. Was The Devil's Advocate. So
I heard that Al Pacino's pretty crazy in that one.
Oh, The Cider House Rules too. That's another good movie. Great Michael Caine performance in The Cider House Rules. Great Michael Caine. There you go.
Yeah. But dude, Furiosa is just badass.
I do have to say one thing too, because it just hit me for some reason. Okay. Murder Mystery. It felt like Adam Sandler was really like this awful version of Woody Allen, and Woody Allen is terrible to begin with. Like it just walking around complaining about everything. God.
True that, yeah.
I really like his role. Really bothered me in this movie.
Nobody likes those guys. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Next one. It is just recently saw her in an amazing performance. It's Helena Bonham Carter.
Can I go back just real quick?
Yeah.
The movie Bombshell looks really good. I think she's gonna get some traction.
I just
for
looked
that.
at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Charlize is gonna get some traction because of the Megyn Kelly thing, and she looks like Megyn fucking Kelly, which is kind of eerie.
And also Nicole Kidman, who's kind of on the rise again.
And a fun fact, I've already known this. I didn't look it up or anything, but her mom shot her father. Just so you know, she comes from a tragic.
I think
thing.
I knew that. Like it sounds very much like I knew that. Just forgot.
South African, which kind of just adds to the sexiness of her a little bit there. Listen, when you're an American, all right, anything outside our borders is sexy somehow. So.
Okay.
So Helena Bonham Carter, number 18.
Yeah, I think she's really good, but I haven't seen as much with her as I'd want to. I think
she kind of fell into the Tim Burton trap there.
True. Like I don't like her in Alice in Wonderland that much. And Terminator Salvation,
I need to watch Ocean's 8. I'm looking.
I've seen that. It's not good.
How was that? No,
it's not good.
Is it because you hate females?
We're on Twitch, right? So, if I say yes for a joke,
I know, right? Like it was a joke, bitches.
Yeah. Ocean's 8 just has the problem that it's just nothing original. It's basically the same thing and worse, and it's kind of sexist actually, the movie towards women.
Really?
So, yeah, because of course they're gonna rob jewelry and at a fashion event and stuff. Also there's like the worst product placement ever. There's a scene where they talk about Tinder, and it's only like that's the scene. There's nothing else.
Hey, speaking of product placement, Claritin or Allegra. Sorry.
What?
That was in the movie we watched, Murder Mystery. Remember the blatant product placement of Amazon and Claritin and Allegra in the movie.
I totally forgot about that.
Which, by the way, that was one of the small things that I did think was funny is when he goes to get her a gift and he grabs the $100 Amazon card and then he goes, "Nah, let's just go with the 50."
I mean, it's not like it's so bad it's almost funny, kind of,
Right, right.
Those jokes are just cheap.
Yes, yeah.
So Helena Bonham Carter.
Yes.
Okay. In the King's Speech, she's really good. I think she's very good in Les Miserables. But my favorite performance actually is from Harry Potter, because I think she's perfectly cast as Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I agree
It's just
with that.
So also from the movies, my favorite one is probably my favorite part of her is probably in the last one, where she Bonham Carter is playing basically Emma Watson. You know what I mean? When Hermione is transforming into Bellatrix, and you actually see Emma Watson in Bonham Carter. I don't know. I thought that was impressive.
Right. There's some movies in the 90s you might want to check out if you want to go down a rabbit hole. Howard's End is a very good movie. And then The Wings of the Dove, which I remember she almost got the Oscar for that one. Wings of the Dove. But Howard's End is very good. Little Anthony Hopkins for your drink there.
So you're approving of my choice?
I don't know if she would be on my list, but she's not someone I don't like, but it's not someone I fucking praise either, because I think that Tim Burton's kind of hurt her a little bit, but that's my own personal thing there. But,
I know.
Like when she's in movie, my favorite movie probably going to be Fight Club. I fucking love her in Fight Club. Like she's just so trashy and nasty in that movie, but she does it so good and still manages to be sexy in it, which is kind of says something, trashy as shit. Yeah. She's one of the trashiest fucking women on screen ever, really, in that time. And she still manages to pull it off a little bit. Like I like her as Marla. I remember that. Marla.
So you understand why I put her on my list?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. For sure.
Next one is an actress I didn't know until this year. But this year I watched some stuff with her and I was impressed. Okay. It's Elizabeth Shue from The Boys, for example.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, I just get it out of the way. My favorite performance, of course, is from Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, I feel like she
because
got it.
that's just incredible. Like,
That's an Oscar that was robbed, honestly. She should have got that fucking Academy Award. That's one of the ones that pisses me off is there's always an Academy Award I can think of that irritates me, and that's one of them because Susan Sarandon, as good as she was in Dead Man Walking, not even close to how good she was as that prostitute in Leaving Las Vegas. It's one of the most depressing movies ever made.
True that. You don't want to watch that again.
No, I saw that twice in the theater, only because I had to take my uncle to go see it. So,
yeah, that's rough, dude. That's rough. I also like her in Karate Kid.
Oh yeah,
because I think Karate Kid is so good. Kind of, for me, I wanted to say this. Karate Kid has probably for me one of the best ending shots of all time. Dude, he's kicking him in the face.
Right.
And then just you're the best around, dude.
You're the best.
That is amazing, dude. What a trashy 80s movie. It's so cheesy, but I like it.
Danny is the bad guy too. I side with Johnny.
True.
All the way.
Actually,
all the
you're
way.
kind of right, yeah.
No, Danny's a fucking asshole, you know. But going back to Elizabeth Shue, Adventures in Babysitting. One of my favorite movies as a kid, man.
Adventures of what?
One of the class, in the class of the 1987 great movies there. Adventures in Babysitting. Chris Columbus movie.
Oh, he can do the children's movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's straight up John Hughes, Chris Columbus, like kind of movie.
Nothing wrong with that.
A fun movie, though. It's one of those movies. She has to babysit these kids. She takes them on a trip, and then all hell breaks loose in typical 80s fashion. So... But that's the first time I ever saw it. Well, no, actually it was Karate Kid. Sorry. But yeah.
I prefer 80s, like cheesy 80s comedies over Adam Sandler comedies, or just cheap comedies from today. Because 80s have that charm. I think I say that a lot.
I feel like she hasn't done enough. Like she kind of disappeared there for a while.
The Boys, dude. The Boys. She was so good in The Boys.
It is nice to see her in The Boys, though, for sure. Like,
good show.
I keep hoping that she'll pop up in Cobra Kai too. Like, I really need her to pop up at some point, just as a little, "Hey, I'm back now" type fucking moment, which might be cheesy, but I think that we know that Cobra Kai is a little cheesy anyway. So.
I haven't seen that yet, but I would like to. It's on YouTube, I think.
That's right. You haven't seen Cobra Kai yet.
No.
Dude, if you are a fan of The Karate Kid, you've got to watch Cobra Kai.
I mean, a fan. Probably a fan enough to watch Cobra Kai.
It's so good, dude. Like I, it's one of those shows that when I read that they were making, I'm like, this is fucking what? Like, how are you even gonna do this? And then I found out it's gonna be like all through Johnny's perspective, and then I was like, okay, I'm interested now. And Johnny is such a dick and such an asshole. Yeah, he's such an asshole on the show. Like, he's not the greatest actor, no. Neither is Ralph and fucking Macchio either.
I haven't seen any of them, like, anything besides How I Met Your Mother and
But the brilliance of Cobra Kai is the fact that he's just stuck in that time period. Like, he's still, listening to hard rock and shit. Everything is about being badass, which it's one of the best characters I've seen in a long time in a TV show. I love the character of Johnny. Good shit. So I do hope that she comes in at some point. So
would make sense, I think, like from what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean they explain her in Cobra Kai. They really do. Like they explain like that I'm just gonna say she's out of the picture, but like she's not dead. So the door is open for her to come walking through.
She was in Back to the Future 2 and 3, and I don't remember like.
Because she replaced the first actress. Because the first actress, I don't even remember her name.
From the first movie.
She's the girlfriend. The girlfriend. There you go.
Okay. I didn't. That's been a while ago since I watched all of them.
If you watch the first one and then the second one, you'll notice it right away that it's a different actress. But that's her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we agree on Leaving Las Vegas because ever since I saw that performance, I think that's one of the greatest actress female acted performances of all time, right there.
I could agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one, still kind of young. There's much to come, I think. Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh yeah, I know you got a little crush on this one.
Okay, if you want to like put it like that. Um, she was in Death Proof, but I don't remember that movie that much, so I gotta rewatch that. I actually own that film, so
Mhm.
but she's really good in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, I like her in Scott Pilgrim.
She's not like, I mean, I don't want to talk about Die Hard 5 or 4. No, 4 is alright. Um, she was in Swiss Army Man. I haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane yet, which is kind of sad.
Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
I have.
Oh wow. What are your thoughts on Swiss
I
Army
think
Man?
it's actually good.
I
It's
agree.
super
I
trippy,
agree. It
but
drives me crazy when people
dude,
won't watch it because they think it's so fucking
I
out of it.
I like that Daniel Radcliffe is doing those crazy roles.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just he seems like, dude, he's kind of insane, I think, and I like
I
that.
remember trying to tell my friend to just keep watching because he turned it off like within 10 minutes. I'm like, dude,
It is super, like,
the
the
mo-
premise is super weird, but
it's super weird, but at the same time, kind of brilliant. At the same, like the
yeah,
ending of it is so ridiculous. But yeah, I highly recommend. I'm glad you like Swiss Army Man. That's a weird fucking movie.
it really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in Gemini Man, which is not a good movie, but
I know you didn't like Gemini Man.
no. But the performance by her that that's really impressive for me is in Fargo season 3. That's my pick.
Mm. Okay, I gotta watch that then.
She's like, I don't want to spoil anything, but she's
Yeah,
very much prominent in that 3rd season. She's
definitely
very,
don't spoil that because that's a show I'm interested there.
she's playing alongside Ewan McGregor, and they're just fantastic. Yeah.
You know what she's good in was 10 Cloverfield Lane. She was
Yeah, I
good in
haven't
that.
seen that, sadly.
To me, that's the best Cloverfield movie. So,
I've only seen the first one. The third one,
oh, you
I
gotta
heard
watch the
is
third one though.
awful.
You gotta watch it, dude. Please watch the Cloverfield Paradox and let me know what you
Yeah, but
think.
I don't want to waste my time with bad Netflix originals all day, you know?
It's all about adding to how many movies you've seen, though, Almond. Remember,
True.
it's all
I
about
mean,
the number.
I don't mind watching bad movies, but
Hmm.
like Cloverfield Paradox just looks
Well,
so
here's the thing. Here's the
pointless.
thing. I can tell you
Yeah.
right now, the Cloverfield Paradox much better than Murder Mystery. I'll say that right now. Like
Well,
that's
that's not
one
that hard.
way. That's one way to compare movies right there. It's like, well, if you can sit through Murder Mystery, I think you,
Uh,
yeah, and even
yeah,
Suicide Squad. I mean, I would say it's better than Suicide Squad.
that's not that hard either. So, um, okay.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Speaking of Suicide Squad, Mary Elizabeth Winstead will be playing Huntress in Birds of Prey, and
I saw that. Yeah.
kind of interesting. I don't know
Hard to
how
see
important
because all
she
you,
is.
yeah, hard to see that because all you see is Harley Quinn throughout the whole fucking
Yeah.
trailer. But
Even though I don't think the trailer is that bad anymore. I like the
now, wait a
music and the
minute.
pictures.
Okay, let's back it up a minute because this has been an ongoing thing of the whole Birds of Prey trailer. The first episode, I remember you saying you did not want to see this. This is going to be awful.
Oh boy.
Then you said it doesn't look that bad, but I think it has something to do with this Mary Elizabeth Winstead gal here.
And Ewan McGregor, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, actually, I like some shots of Harley Quinn, and I like that French music that's in the trailer. I don't
I
know.
do too. I do too. I like the little music that they
Like
use.
there's some stuff that looks super well thought out, but still the comedy and stuff, it's probably gonna be not good.
Hmm.
But I'm not saying that I think it could be good, but I don't
Yeah.
expect it to be bad either. So, like with no expectations, maybe it's gonna be good, maybe
With
it's not.
Harley Quinn, they just need to
Yeah.
go all in and go rated R, like they went with Deadpool, because that's the kind of character it is.
There is a shot in the trailer where like people get shot and there's actually blood. So I think it's R-rated. I hope so, actually. Would be good. I think DC should just like push the R rating.
I mean, there's a lot of us that think that way, but there's so many purists out there that fucking hate DC's dark and gritty shit.
It's like it doesn't have to be dark. It's just mature and maybe some violence to it. Like
The rating
that's
is not up, so
it could be a good contrast to Marvel. Like
yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Joker is fucking successful. It's almost, I think, $1 billion at the box office.
Yeah, someone mentioned that Joker is a good jumping off point for the Batman movies that are going to be coming, but I don't know if they're going to do that though, because Warner Brothers kind of just does whatever they want. So
Actually, with Batman, I don't need it to be R-rated because Chris Nolan's trilogy really works.
but if it was rated R, it would have been unbelievable. Because I have to agree. I kind of disagree there, because I think The Dark Knight would have been the masterpiece that I wanted it to be had it been rated R, because, you know, you would have had much more extreme moments of violence with the Joker.
With the Joker, yeah.
Yes. But I mean, that's an example of skating that line very good and getting away with what you could to make it work. But I would be all in for a rated R fucking Batman, because that world is dark enough to do it.
Yeah.
Like if they did, you know, Spider-Man rated R, I'd be like, that is a little out of place. It doesn't seem right.
Okay.
Which by the way, I know we're getting off topic here, but
yeah,
they are exploring the possibility of Spider-Man multiverse movie with Tobey Maguire, Garfield, and Tom Holland.
Dude, what the fuck?
How
cool
would that be?
Tobey Maguire, what the fuck?
Yeah, but at least in the sense, if they could pull it off, and it's good.
Yeah, fair enough. But
then you have this continuity thing that's pretty incredible if they can pull it off. That's a big if.
I don't want to see Tobey Maguire in any movie.
I know you don't like Tobey.
Yeah, he would make my favorite actors list.
Yeah, he's.
But we're already talking about Harley Quinn, so next one is Margot Robbie.
Okay. She did make your list. Nice.
She did, but she's not like high up, you know, as some people would probably take her. I don't know.
I would imagine this is more based on Wolf of Wall Street Margot Robbie than, or even I, Tonya, rather than Harley Quinn, right?
Dude, Harley Quinn is one of my most hated characters.
I know you hate Harley. That's what I mean. Yeah, you don't seem to like Harley.
But yeah, she was good in Wolf of Wall Street, but I don't think it's such a standout performance. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, she was a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but to be fair, her performance is not special or like, you know, it's just not that good in comparison to Brad Pitt and DiCaprio. So I actually went with I, Tonya.
Yeah, I think I, Tonya. She's really good in I, Tonya. The Mary Queen of Scots movie. Did you see that?
No, I have not.
Okay, all right.
But
that looks like where she's at least she's like really, you know. So that's one thing about Margot Robbie is that she's making these Harley Quinn. She's doing the blockbuster, but in the back end of it, she's making time for these independent movies. So.
And like I, Tonya is a good movie. I think
it is a good movie.
Very good biopic.
Yeah.
But Legend of Tarzan was awful. And Terminal, did she direct that? Terminal? No.
I remember hearing the Terminal.
Terminal is god awful.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I remember this. I haven't seen it though.
No, it's not by her. What the fuck?
Von Stein.
It got a good cast. It has Simon Pegg, Mike Myers.
Hang on a second. I gotta go on this. Who's Von Stein? Fucking. Sorry.
That's a nice name. Oh,
he's directed Terminal and 2 shorts, Terminal and another movie. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that guy.
My favorite director ever. No, Terminal is just boring and kind of style over substance. Like the camera looks all kind of good. It's a noir movie.
Okay.
Like very dark with lots of colorful stuff, like, you know, neon signs and bullshit. But it's just super uneventful and boring and feels kind of pointless. So yeah, I think I, Tonya is really where she shows what she can do as an actress.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to get her on the list because she's in the Spotlight movie, not Spotlight, Bombshell. That's what I'm thinking of. So I feel like might be good in that. I mean, you got 3 powerhouses right there, really. But she's not really a powerhouse yet, but she could be.
I think she is.
I feel like it's too soon. I
think she's well known.
No, I think she's well known. Yeah, for sure.
You mean acting wise?
I mean acting wise. I'm waiting for the stand. I guess I, Tonya was her standout performance though.
It was her best yet.
But I feel like she needs a little more. So I'm hoping that
I would agree.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Bombshell she brings a little bit more to the table for me.
But she is young. She's still some time, you know.
Very, yeah. 1990. Jesus.
So yeah, next one. Rachel Weisz.
Oh yeah.
She is okay.
Well,
She's really good. What
see,
can
it's
I
okay
say?
for me because I'm old. I've accepted I could be the old creepy man now, so I can be like, yeah.
That's your role here. Okay. I haven't seen The Lobster yet. I would like to see that.
You do need to see The Lobster, yeah.
And The Constant Gardener. I think I started that, but it was pretty boring.
Yeah.
I think didn't she get the Oscar for that? Yes, she did. She did.
She got it for The Constant Gardener? Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I like her in The Mummy, which is strange because The Mummy is super cheesy. But also, I don't know, her eyebrows in the first one look super weird. If you remember that.
Yeah.
She looks
I'm
way
not
more
even
normal in the second one.
we're just gonna gloss over the fact that I have a massive, massive crush on this chick. Like,
understandably.
I feel like that is one of the most beautiful women Hollywood has ever had on screen. But
plastic surgery.
But what I love about her is that she's actually a very good actress and she plays very good roles, like The Lobster and The Favorite.
That's what I was going for, yeah. The Favorite is my favorite, obviously.
Yeah, she's got some really good roles under her belt. I would like to see her more, though.
Yes. But she will be in Black Widow.
That'll be good. That should be a good role.
Hopefully.
Oh, she plays Elizabeth Taylor in A Special Relationship. What is this? Ooh, she's got an Elizabeth Taylor face. I think it might work.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. There's some movies with her I like to see, like Agora or The Fountain.
Oh, yeah. The Fountain was the movie that first really...
Aronofsky.
Yeah. You're not going to like it.
I'm not a fan of Aronofsky, to be honest.
I don't think... even The Wrestler? You didn't like The Wrestler?
Oh, yeah, that one I like.
You like that one. And you didn't like Black Swan, right?
Vincent Castle is the best thing about it.
You liked you can't go against Vincent Castle there.
No,
I'd be really curious to see what you think about The Fountain, because The Fountain is very surreal. Very surreal.
I'm not a huge fan of surreal.
Yeah, like you gotta check a lot of shit at the door. But here's the thing about The Fountain. If you just escape that part of it and then watch the acting, I'm going to say that's probably her best performance and Hugh Jackman's performance. Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay. Better than The Prestige and Prisoners?
Prisoners very similar because he's fighting for her. You know, he's like the emotion that he brings to the table on The Fountain. I remember I saw this movie in the theater and I cried like a fucking bitch. Like cried like a bitch. I walked out of the theater and my face was hurting because it was that bad. It's one of the saddest movies I've ever watched. So
what other movies you have cried in the cinema? Because
in the cinema,
that doesn't happen that often. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get it out in the cinema because you're aware of the surroundings. The Fountain was a big one. I'd have to think. Oh, I fucking cried in Avengers Endgame, dude, right at the end, like a fucking.
I didn't.
Bitch,
I don't know why. I should have.
The first time I didn't. But the second time, for some reason, just like. Yeah, I heard that I Love You 3000 shit, and I fucking lost it. I was like, oh my God, he's really gone.
I cried in Rocket Man, but also the second time, you know.
That's a big one when it can strike the chord the second time and the third time type thing, you know.
Yes, because like in the Rocket Man, there's that theme of friendship between Elton John and his best friend, and that's so nice, you know. Because his best friend Jamie Bell is just
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint movies in the theater that I cried at. Movies that I've cried at, I can totally tell you, but. The first movie I ever cried at, didn't see it in the theater, but the very first movie I ever shed tears over, actual film, was Glory. Glory was the first movie that I ever fucking lost it in.
The ending.
Yes, the ending.
That's brutal. But
it's just a powerful movie, man. You know,
dude, the last 20 minutes of that movie are absolute perfection.
Right, right.
And then the music kicks. Dude, I'm getting chills. What the fuck? The music kicks in when he's, you know, when the thing happens, and it's just it's so good.
It's a great soundtrack too. Great soundtrack. But Denzel Washington too. I mean, that's a well-deserved Oscar. Well-deserved Oscar. Yeah.
Actually, the last movie I cried in the theater, and was it the last movie I cried at General? At Astra, and almost the whole way through,
Oh
which is
wow.
kind of strange.
Yeah, that was
Well, that's why I
maybe
like it so much.
maybe you
I
had an
dude,
emotional day. No, I'm
dude,
just
every time Brad Pitt has his voiceover, I'm just like, getting tears in my eyes and stuff because it's so fucking destroying.
Hmm. I
It's a good
don't
movie.
think that it struck me on that level. So it,
Yeah, I mean, I'm weird. Yeah.
no, no, not at all, not at all. Because I wonder if like the fountain would play, like if you would even feel it the way I felt it and stuff like that. Because certain movies just strike. Like I said, I think the last
Yeah.
podcast the saddest movie I've ever seen ever is My Life with Michael Keaton. I can't. It's hard for me to get through it because it's so fucking sad. I mean, he's dying of cancer. It's just
Mm.
fucking brutal, man. And there's a scene in there with his dad. There's a scene in there with his kid that just, ugh, Jesus. Like I hope I never die of cancer or watch someone that I love dying of cancer. It's
Yeah,
brutal.
please let us not talk about that. That's sad.
It is. It is.
Um,
Cancer? Do we like it? Do we not? No, we don't.
nice. I almost cried at Magnolia in the famous Tom Cruise scene.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he does it so well.
Yeah,
All right,
that
moving
pulls
on, I
at
think.
the strings a little bit there.
Next one is Michelle Williams, who I think was
See,
totally wasted in Venom.
yeah,
That's
there's
super
something
sad.
about her I don't like, and I
Huh?
know that she's good,
Dude, Shutter
but
Island.
no, 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 I'm not saying that she's not good. This is strictly from just I don't like her, and I know that I feel bad about saying that about somebody, but because I mean she's even that movie Blue Valentine, which is a fucked up movie.
I haven't seen that either.
She's good in it. She's good in it. She's good in Manchester by the Sea. She's good in all
Dude,
the
don't
movies that
spoil
she's.
my favorite pick here.
Oh, sorry. She's good in like almost everything she's in, but
Yes.
she has zero draw for me, and I don't know why.
Okay, I can see that. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what it is about her. I'm trying to look through her list about like what is the movie because you know me. There's shit that just triggers me. So I'm like trying to look at like what movie triggered me to make me not like this chick, and I really don't know. Like
So much hate.
yeah, I did not hate because I can still watch her. I can still
Okay.
watch her. It's not Annie fucking
She's,
down
yeah,
level.
right.
Yeah. Oh,
Dude,
she's playing
she's
Janis
mentioned
Joplin.
in every fucking episode here.
She's playing Janis Joplin. I like that casting right there. That's a good casting.
So yeah, my favorite performance. You said it, Manchester by the Sea, because for a long time that has been my favorite movie, and she's doing an amazing performance. And I
Manchester by
was
the Sea is slipping out of your grasp a little bit, man. I mean, that thing is falling to the wayside.
yeah, because so much good stuff came out.
I know. Because you got Once Upon a Time, you got Rocket Man, and then is it Manchester or is it still falling?
Then it's Manchester, yeah.
Okay. I
And then Blade Runner.
predict it's going to continue to fall.
It might, but maybe I will watch it again, and even though it's a very sad movie, you don't want to watch often, probably. So
No, you
I
really
watched
don't.
it twice or
You really don't.
3 times, I think. Yeah.
I really like Kyle Chandler. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah, and also Casey Affleck is one of the best performances I've ever seen. So yeah.
Without
also-
having it's
Yeah.
a good performance too because he doesn't have to. It's a strange performance in a way because it's not
Low key.
Low key is the best word for it. Thank you.
It's yeah. I was after Manchester by the Sea, and I mean she was good in Shutter Island and Brokeback Mountain and stuff. Then seeing her like just thrown away in Venom was
With an awful wig too. I don't know if you caught that, but her hair looked fucking terrible. It really irritated me when I saw her hair. Like I don't.
Venom is so bad.
Thank you.
I hate that film.
Thank you so much, Almond.
Dude,
This is why we get along.
How can you make such an uncreative, boring superhero movie in 2018?
Yeah.
Like, how is it allowed? Because there's nothing happening in that film that you haven't seen before.
And it
And
drives
then
me
there's
crazy
plot
because
holes and bullshit.
when I bring it up, people fucking get on me. They
I
seem to
don't
like
know
Venom,
what's
and I
so good
don't
about
get it.
this.
Yeah. I feel like if they would have had the balls to go rated R, it would have
Right.
been a different fucking movie. I don't know why you
Dude,
had
he's
to go.
biting heads off, but
I
there's no
know.
blood.
It's just and the whole turd in a wind, like what who fucking talks like that? Nobody.
Also,
Nobody
the
says
villain was super weird. And
yeah, well, it's the carbon copy villain. Like I hate the copy villain. Just like the same thing they did with Black Panther, which is sad that they did that with Black Panther because you have arguably one of the best villains that you've had on screen in the MCU. But then it's kind of ruined because you go with this, oh, he's got the suit too thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Black Panther I think is a little overrated. But
It is.
I like Black Panther, but no way
not
do you
bad,
nominate that for a best picture. Get the fuck out of here. Especially the same year as Infinity War. Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Naomi Watts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've seen some very good stuff with her this year. 21 Grams, which is my favorite pick for her, of course.
Yeah, would be for me too.
That's one hell of a performance, man. That movie is sad as well, and you never want to watch that again, probably.
I really want to know when you see Monster because they went up against each other. Obviously, she won, Charlize. But at that time, me and my grandma, we argued like a motherfucker because I was in the camp of Naomi Watts. She was in the camp of Charlize. Now, I feel like I've come to realize that Charlize did probably the better performance because of the physicality and everything.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Naomi Watts and 21 Grams. It's one of those situations like either one would have been amazing. Like it's basically just equal in a way. But yeah.
21 Grams is so unpleasant.
It's very unpleasant. Very unpleasant.
And I feel like her role in King Kong is a bit weird. Because for me,
she's like the
kind of
sex symbol. Yeah, she's not. It was weird casting when they casted her.
She's not the blockbuster actress. I feel like she's way better in the like smaller movies, kind of. She was good in Birdman and The Impossible. I haven't seen Mulholland Drive yet, but I would like to because of my dad.
I was really excited about the Gypsy show that she was in on Netflix, but they canceled it after one season, so I never bothered.
It has 6.9 on IMDb, which is not good. That equals like a 5.9 for movies.
Right. It's kind of a bummer that the Game of Thrones thing got canceled because I would have liked to have seen that, but I'm sure they canceled it for a reason.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like at the moment she's not in much. She's been in the Divergent movies. Yikes.
Eastern Promises. If you ever get a chance,
oh right, I've watched that.
Okay, all right, yeah.
That's a good one as well. She was nominated, I think. But yeah, that movie, Vincent Castle, you know. But not a huge fan. It's good, but not like.
Did you like A History of Violence? Since we're
I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, you should watch that then.
Eastern Promises, I like the scene with Vigo in the sauna. Where he's like, that's brutal.
That's a great scene. That's a great scene. I forgot about that until you just brought it up. Yeah.
That's what I remember from that film. And,
there's really not a lot of Russian movies like that, so.
No.
Yeah. Because you'll die if you make them.
So yeah, Naomi Watts is really just very talented for me. Like
I don't even remember her in Birdman, to be honest. I don't remember.
She is one of the other actresses on the play.
Right. Okay. I need to watch that again.
Yeah, me too. Actually, it's been a while.
I'd like to see that again.
Okay, next one. It's an actress I just have so much respect for. Kinda, she has that, you know, how do you say that? That aura, kinda.
Is this number 15?
No, it's number 11.
What? We've gone through that many? Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, number 11.
It's Julianne Moore.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She's a top 10 for me, like hands down top 10.
Yeah, she's really good. And honestly, as crazy as it sounds, the last performance I've seen her in is my favorite. It's Magnolia. Dude, that's intense, dude. I really gotta see what's her like best performance. Boogie Nights, you said is pretty good.
Boogie Nights, she's really good. She was a movie called Far From Heaven. She's pretty good in that. I haven't seen Still Alice, so
I haven't seen it either.
I think that's where she got the Oscar. So it probably going to be the one that I would point to. Maybe. She was good in Don John too. That movie was kind of weird, but she's good in Children of Men. Children of Men is a good movie.
I liked her in Crazy Stupid Love, which is.
I still need to see that.
I don't like rom-coms, but that's.
I was just gonna say it's like a rom-com too.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of The Big Lebowski, you know that. So
yeah,
her role was really weird.
Her role was so good though. She created her own accent for that movie. Maud
and she irritates
Lebowski.
me in Hannibal because it's not Jodie Foster. And it irritates me a bit.
It really is the dark part of Hannibal. You know, it really is, because I feel like Hannibal would have been a better movie with time if not Julia Roberts, Jodie Foster was the Clarice.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like Julianne Moore is great, so it's weird that it just didn't work. But if you get a chance, Alman, you got to watch this movie called Shortcuts by the great Robert Altman. If you get a chance, it's a 3-hour fucking movie.
I like those.
And when you look at the cast list, you'll be like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking people.
Andy McDowell.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies where, I know, right? I know.
Okay.
It's one of the. Look, I've already said it before. I hate Amy McDowell, but she's in so many of the movies that I like. You know, like
that's weird.
Even Groundhog Day. I love Groundhog Day.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, Chris Penn, Robert Downey Jr., Tim Robbins, Frances McDormand. Dude, you're right.
It's one of those. It's a movie about like L.A. and it's just about a bunch of different stories, and they all kind of.
Oh, so like Magnolia.
Yeah, but I'm not going to give away anything because I feel like I'd like to hear your honest opinion on Shortcuts. So
okay,
because it's one of my favorite little movies. Like I've seen it like 3 or 4 times, but it's not for everybody.
That's a lot for a 3-hour movie.
It is definitely not for everybody, and has a strange ending, kind of like Magnolia. So,
but it's already for me really interesting to see more of the young Robert Downey Jr. I think he was really good when he was young. Already.
He was good when he was young, but this is kind of like right before he got druggy.
Oh,
I think
really.
Yeah, I think hands down you got to see him in Chaplin. Chaplin.
True, but
yeah.
When was Natural Born Killers? That was 1994.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. But he was kind of in trouble from. Like 90 on, I think. Like in the background. He wasn't doing well. So.
It's good that he does now.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Next actress. Another actress that I just have huge
And this is the top 10. This is the top 10. Brie Larson, all 10 spots.
She's not in the list. Kate Blanchett, which is probably a 1 for most people.
Yeah, she would be... probably number 1 for me.
I can see that, but personally, am I a fan of her? I don't know.
I'm surprised you had her in there, yeah, because you've expressed, not.
I always liked her in Lord of the Rings, but that's not a performance. I would say that crazy, Ocean's 8 is not worth talking about. I really don't like The Monuments Men. That's an awful movie.
That was tough, yeah.
She was all right in Thor 3, but she wasn't really the reason why the movie was good. So actually, I haven't seen that many movies with her, but of course, I'm gonna go with The Aviator because that performance is just outstanding.
Yeah, well deserved.
Can't say
Oscar
anything
too.
against that.
Well deserved Oscar. Great performance. It's like watching Katharine Hepburn right on the screen there.
Yeah, she's so fucking annoying, and that's why it's good.
I feel like she was completely wasted in Crystal Skull because she has such a great look.
True that, yeah.
But it just doesn't work. It's one of those things that should work but doesn't work. I feel like her best performance, Aviator, of course, but Elizabeth, she's so good in Elizabeth.
I have not seen that.
That is such a good movie, dude. Elizabeth is great. Not so much Elizabeth the Golden Age, though. Not not as good.
Like, I just feel like I haven't seen enough of her yet. Which is
Right.
kind of strange because she's like a big actress and stuff.
I mean, you've seen her in Lord of the Rings like a motherfucker. So
Yeah, she's good in that, but
I love her in that. I love that one scene, man. It's one of my favorite scenes in all of Lord
where
of the
she's
Rings.
crazy.
When she just sees the ring the first time and she just like starts to lose it for a minute and she's like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
The ring is powerful.
That's why I like the first one so much, is because
Me too.
they really convey so well like the power of that fucking ring.
I say it every time. The ring wraiths, that's my shit. That's why I like the first one.
Yeah.
The first hour or hour and a half, that's just amazing. And
Mhm.
probably my favorite scene of the whole trilogy is when they fight in the ruins against the Nazgul on the top of the mountain.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's just so it has almost like horror cinematography and stuff. It looks really good. I like it a lot.
Mhm.
Okay, next one, 9th place, Jennifer Lawrence.
Ooh. Yeah.
I feel like
J-Law.
she has been in a lot of blockbusters that, I don't know. I feel like X-Men didn't do her well.
No.
At one point, I mean, she started with X-Men kinda. That was
And
her career, but
from a comic book perspective, I don't think she was right for Mystique to begin with. She never looked like Mystique for me, even though she's blue.
how does Mystique look like then?
Well, for one, Mystique is a bad guy through and through. She's never been a good guy, so that goes into the whole X-Men bullshit continuity right there. But her face, and I'll say this right now, I think Jennifer Lawrence is one of the most beautiful actresses in Hollywood, but her face didn't match up for me for how I see Mystique. Whereas like Rebecca Romijn Stamos from the originals, like terrible actress, but her face matched it better. So it's kind of weird. I know it's a weird complaint, but she just never felt like Mystique to me. And I feel like I bet you she's so happy that she's finally out of that. Like she doesn't have to do that shit anymore.
Probably. In the more recent years, she's been a lot of shit. Like X-Men Apocalypse, Passengers, what was not good.
Passengers was oddly bad, wasn't it? It was oddly bad. Yeah.
I don't like Mother by Aronofsky. And Red Sparrow is not a good film.
My girlfriend says Red Sparrow is one of the worst films ever. So
it's just super dull.
But she really does not like Jennifer Lawrence. So
I know people who don't either. But she is good in Joy. She's good. I mean, she kind of makes the Hunger Games series. I know.
Mm-hmm. She's good in it too. I think she's good
in
Katniss.
American Hustle. But
I love her. I love her in American Hustle. Love her.
You know what my pick is, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Silver Linings Playbook.
The movie she got the Academy Award for, and well deserved too. I love her in that movie.
It's her best movie. It's her best performance. It's Bradley Cooper's best movie and performance. Great fucking movie. And
I think it's a side thing too. Maybe it's just for me, but I watched that movie and that's the way.
It's your favorite, isn't it?
It is my favorite movie, yeah. And a lot of it is because of the relationship between her and him, but she's so feisty. She doesn't take any shit, and she's hurt. And you can tell that she's fucking hurt in the movie. And, but at the same time, like she's hurt, damaged. Yeah, I love her in that movie so much.
Do you know what I gave that movie?
It bothers me too that she doesn't have dark hair in more movies. Like I really like her with the dark hair. So,
do you know what rating I gave it? That movie?
What did you give?
10 out of 10.
You gave it a 10 out of 10.
I did. Yeah. It's great. It's.
I love that movie because it's so, you could call it a rom-com, but it's not really a rom-com. It's got such good drama in it.
It's deep.
And
but still good feel. Like
people that don't like football can still enjoy it, even though a kind of a good chunk of that movie is kind of about football in a way. Like it's weird how they inject so much fucking of that Philadelphia Eagles talk in there because, well, like the scene with De Niro, like his whole thing is about, this is why I push the Eagles on you so much because it was something for both of us. So football plays a big part in that movie. And even, they go to the game and everything. She schools De Niro on the football part. I just think that speaks to it is when you can, because a lot of people, when they see football in a movie, they'll just be like, fuck that. But they do a good job of not making it a football movie either, you know?
True. Yeah, I can agree. And Chris Tucker is good in that.
Yes.
Super odd.
And your boy too, Shea. Isn't Shea plays the brother?
Oh, he's in it, right.
Yeah. Very good.
I don't remember him though, I think.
Dude, there's so many good scenes in that movie because it's got good drama, but some of the best scenes are the comedy parts. Like when
John Ortiz, man. John Ortiz.
Is that
his friend?
The Hispanic guy, right? When he's talking about going in there and listening to Metallica. Oh, dude.
Right.
Love it. But she got nominated before that, just so you know.
I know, for Winter's Bone.
Winter's Bone, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
You gotta watch Winter's Bone.
But man, Jennifer Lawrence is so young still, and she was Oscar nominated, I think. How many times? 4 times?
3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, 4 times. Crazy.
And the fact that she's already got it is big. She could probably get one again, depending on the role.
Yeah, she should pick more like better movies, because.
Well, I think now that. Yeah, I think now that she's out of the, Well, I think that Mother kind of hurt too because she fell for Darren Aronofsky, and that wasn't a good call by her.
Yeah, you should never make a movie. You
should never ever do that with the director, man. It's never turned out to be a good thing.
All right, next one.
I will say that I actually like Mother, but I know that not everybody likes Mother at all.
I don't like the allegory. Never mind.
I like it because of just the creative part of it, and I get it. I felt like I just get Mother on that level of extreme creativity in a way.
It is an art movie.
It's one of the most arty movies we've seen in a while. That was like big.
But that's Darren Aronofsky in general.
Yes.
He's some weird shit.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is Robin Wright.
Ooh, okay, all right. Good pick.
Yeah. Again, I have so much respect for her, kind of, super graceful in a way. The Princess Bride, dude. I mean, good role, but it's not my favorite performance. My favorite performance, of course, is from a show that I don't like that much anymore.
Yes.
House of Cards kind of lost me through the way. It's kind of sad, but she is amazing in it.
Oh, dude! Like, here's the thing about Robin Wright. Never liked her. Never liked Robin Wright. Never was like a big Robin Wright. Didn't like Moll Flanders. Didn't like fucking
Forrest.
No, because fucking Jenny is a fucking bitch. Why would I like Jenny?
Like, she's doing a good job.
I just
Unbreakable.
She just wasn't a draw for me. I didn't really like her. I just didn't like her. I didn't even like her as Buttercup, really. I thought she's just there.
Okay, that's weird.
I mean, but here's the thing. Like, from the very first episode of House of Cards, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What have you done? Like, she just made me a fan so much so with that role. It's one of the best roles I've ever seen anyone take. And I hate to, like, I don't mean to, like, push sexiness at all. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but there's something.
You can be that guy here.
There's something so sinister and sexy about her in that role. I just, man.
Even though she's old,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the haircut. I think it's the haircut. I don't know.
Yeah, short hair is a good thing for her, I think.
Yeah, it worked. It just worked.
Also, I almost put Blade Runner as my favorite pick because I really like that she's in that movie.
And she was good in it too.
But she's not very like
not in it enough.
Not the most
though,
important role.
Right. Not enough to covet like your favorite fucking role. Yeah.
But I was really glad that she was in that film. Okay.
I don't think you can top the Underwood role. Honestly,
no.
I don't think she can. Yeah.
Okay, next one is that's a weird pick. I wasn't sure about this. This list is not good, right?
Is this number 8?
Yes, I think. No, it's number 7.
Oh shit!
It's Linda Cardellini.
Oh yeah, you like Linda Cardellini.
She's been really busy this year, actually. She's been a lot of shit. Not shit, but a lot of stuff. She's been in Green Book, but not that much because it's more Vigo's and Mahershala's movie.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Endgame.
She was. Yeah.
In one scene, I think. No, not one scene. One or two. She was in The Founder, and I have, dude, I would say the Daddy's Home movies are kind of guilty pleasures for me because they're
Daddy's
super bad.
Home movies.
Yeah, with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
Okay. Oh, right.
They're not good, but I kind of enjoy them.
I totally forgot about these. You know why it's hard for me to buy these is because I don't buy Mark Wahlberg as such a badass. You know, it's almost like too much.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost a little too much, like just right down your throat. But I forgot she was in that.
And she was in a movie called Hunter Killer, which was pretty bad. But I've seen a show with her that's been amazing. Dead to Me. That's my pick for Cardellini.
See, it's kind of a bummer. Sorry, but Hunter Killer, I forgot what that was, and then I'm looking at it here. I kind of wanted to see this.
Submarine movie.
I kind of wanted to see this. That's a bummer.
That movie is so god awful.
I mean, Gerard Butler, though. You just don't know if he's,
I think his movies are kind of sucky.
Because I recently just watched Law Abiding Citizen too. Actually, I did watch a couple movies. So yeah, I did watch Law Abiding Citizen. It's not that great.
I heard people actually liked it a lot.
It's good because it's violent and pretty fucked up, but it's kind of predictable, I think.
What do you think of Olympus Has Fallen and London Has Fallen?
Yeah,
I kind of like them because they're super violent and bloody.
I mean,
that's basically it.
It's like I'm not going to turn them off, but I'm not going to seek them out type of thing.
They're not great. They're like 5 out of 10 movies, but I wasn't bored, and I think the violence kind of makes them watchable.
For me, with Miss Linda Cardellini, my favorite thing with her is the Bloodline show.
I have to see that. Yeah,
she is very good in Bloodline. She's kind of crazy in that.
You should watch Dead to Me on Netflix.
A lot of people like Dead to Me.
Christina Applegate is actually good in it, which is weird.
That's one of the old crushes.
Don't see that often. And James Marsden is kind of good. It's a good show, and Linda Cardellini's character is really cool. So yeah.
What the hell is it about anyway? What is?
I don't want to.
Series about a powerful friendship that blossoms between a tightly wound widow and a free spirit with a shocking secret. Oh my god! I bet she was.
That sounds so boring in a way, or just.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like taglines. So yeah, next one.
Okay.
Toni Collette. I think she's a really good actress. Like really, really, really good.
I agree.
And I know you don't want to hear this, but my favorite role is from Hereditary.
My favorite would be
Sixth Sense.
No, it would be Little Miss Sunshine. Little Miss Sunshine.
I haven't seen that, but I consider Sixth Sense. But dude, Hereditary.
She's really good. She's really fucking good in the Sixth Sense, though. Like,
yeah,
there's
right.
that scene when he's telling her, like, I think it's towards the end of the movie where he's talking about her mom, I think, and he's like, she says that everything's gonna be okay, whatever, and the way she cries, like, talk about De Niro not being able to cry, but Toni Collette, that chick can cry. Like, that is.
Yeah, have you seen?
She's a very good actress. Very good actress.
I think actually in Hereditary, she makes the movie kind of. She is so good in it. I know you don't want to hear that, but she kind of like that was the first thing I really saw with her where I noticed her as an actress, you know. And
I'm trying to think, dude. There was a. I'm trying to think. Muriel's Wedding. That is the movie that put her on the map. It's the Australian movie.
She was also good in the movie Imperium with Daniel Radcliffe. I mean, she wasn't amazing, but it's a nice movie. I liked it.
That's the Skinhead movie, right?
Right. It's not as bad as people say sometimes. Like,
I like a good Skinhead movie.
Okay. Also, there's a small movie that probably I'm the only person who's seen it. Please Stand By is the name. It's with Dakota Fanning and Toni Collette, and it's a very sweet little movie. So
Please Stand By.
I think Dakota Fanning is playing a
A
girl
young
with autism.
autistic woman runs away from her caregiver in an attempt to submit her manuscript to a Star Trek writing competition.
It's a super innocent, sweet little movie. I liked it.
See, I would watch this. Okay. All right,
it's not a movie that's super like masterpiece like, but I'd say solid 7 out of 10.
Mm.
I really enjoyed it.
You do got to see Little Miss Sunshine. You got
I
to see
know.
that. Yeah. My boy Paul Dano. Oh, she's in the Return of Xander Cage. Hey now.
I know, but I don't want to talk about that.
You're not bringing that up, are you?
Oh God, that's one of the worst action movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I hate that Vin Diesel's always pretending to be super badass and cool, but he's not.
He's not.
No,
at
not at
all.
all.
Yeah. I think it kind of worked in like the first Fast and the Furious. Like that was before we knew. I think he's a badass in Pitch Black, and the like. I like him as Riddick. I think he's a badass as Riddick, which is weird. But no, like when he's trying to be a badass in the Fast and the Furious movies, just doesn't fucking work for me.
No, not at all. It's kind of cringy in a way.
Yeah, I agree. Cringy, because you're just like, okay, Dom.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. We get it.
I really don't like those movies. God.
I'm a little sucker for it because I think it's.
At least it's not taking itself seriously, you know.
No, and I think that helps. They're not taking themselves seriously. They've gotten better with their set pieces. It's completely insane. They pick good villains. Luke Evans, you know, he was good, and
but I don't want to see him in an acting role,
right?
Not in blockbuster bullshit.
Not the bad guy, like he's.
Okay, top 5 now.
Top 5 women.
Right.
So perfect.
Frances McDormand.
Okay, yeah, you got to put her in there. Yeah.
She's just, you know, in every movie she's in, she makes the movie better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
It's weird because, like, Frances McDormand to me, it's not someone I ever wanted to really like because I don't know. Yeah, she's not an attractive woman. You know, she's
not really.
Not really at all. But you know, I've known that I was wrong with that, and I honestly, it's a good lesson to have is when you can have someone that's not super attractive, you know, on your list because you don't want to be the person that's just like all about attraction. But when I saw her in Fargo, you know, way back in the day, I was blown away of how amazing she was in that movie. And then she's not someone that I'm running out to see. But then when I see a movie like 3 Billboards, you know, it puts you in your place a little bit of like, just remember like how fucking good of an actress she is, you know? Like that's how I felt about that movie was that she like put me in the place a little bit of like, she really is one of the best actresses ever right there, you know?
Yes, I totally agree. Like
she's got some stinkers though in here too. I mean, she hasn't like had the greatest career, I would say, but she's got some fucking winners too.
From the movies I've seen with her, there's a lot of good stuff. Blood Simple, I don't like that much, but she's good in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first Coen movie.
That is the first Coen movie.
She's good in Mississippi Burning. She's good in Primal Fear. And I think she was really good in Almost Famous, which is a movie that's almost great. You know?
Almost great. Exactly. Yeah. It's the best way to describe Almost Famous.
And then she was in Moonrise Kingdom. She was good in that. Like, of course, my favorite pick, of course, it's 3 Billboards because that's one of the best performances of like the last couple of years.
I agree. I completely agree on 3 Billboards.
Yeah, that movie came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, it did kind of because I mean, it's you know the title is just like whatever. I remember watching the preview thinking, well, this will be a good movie, but I wasn't like I didn't see it as like this is going to be some Oscar movie. That's for sure. I didn't, not from the preview, but the hype. You talked about it a lot. You know, when we first started talking, you were like, you got to see this movie. My grandma said that I had to see this movie, which I always have to see whatever my grandma tells me because, you know, she's a psycho just like us. But I was literally blown away about how good that movie was. So, and it's one of those movies that just shows you how good acting still is.
That's a 10 out of 10 movie for me.
Yeah, I'd probably be an 8 or above at least. I might watch it again.
Only an 8?
Yeah, I'd have to dissect it a little bit more. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not something. 10 out of 10's got to be something I'm gonna watch again and again. I think.
But like the first time I saw it in theater, I instantly knew this is 10 out of 10. Then I watched it again in theater actually.
I think you're a little too free with your 10 out of 10s. That's what I think.
That's not true. I don't have that many.
I have never met anybody who gives 10 out of 10s as much.
I just mentioned them a lot, but I don't have that many movies rated 10 out of 10. I can give you the list.
I would give it a 9. You know,
I can see that, but
10 out of 10 is perfection, dude. That is perfection. Perfection.
Perfection. Kind of.
I mean, it's.
I have only 40 things with 10.
I'll give you a flaw. There's not enough Woody Harrelson. There you go. That's a flaw. Gets it down to a 9.
I wouldn't say that it's a flaw. I think it's his performances or his role is really impactful.
Oh, I agree. It'd be hard for me to give that movie a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's not as impactful as I need it to be 10 out of 10. Like 10 out of 10 for me, Glory.
Glory is an 8 for me.
We'll see. There you go. I
mean, that's just different taste.
The different taste, yeah.
Dude, I have 37 movies with 10 out of 10. That's not that much if you
That's too many. That's too many, dude. 10 out of 10s, you got to cut that down to like a list of 10. Dude, you got it. You need to reevaluate your 10 out of 10s. Fuck? You've got too many 10s out of 10.
Movies out of 1,200. Come on.
No, I think 10 out of 10 should be special. That's gonna drive you crazy, I know. But I just feel like, that's a lot of 10 out of 10s.
Okay. Jaws doesn't. Okay, I can rate down Jaws. I think
Jaws. It would be hard for me not to be 10 out of 10. So.
Yeah, but I can't actually recently thought about that, and I think 10 out of 10, maybe not. Because I've only seen it once. Okay, 9 out of 10.
Easy.
That's
9.
one less already.
It's an easy 9. It's an easy 9 for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But dude, the stuff I have on this list is just it's all 10 out of 10 for me. Like
all
Blade
10
Runner,
out of 10.
Braveheart, Snatch, Whiplash, Prestige, Blade.
Braveheart. Is Braveheart a 10 out of 10? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
12 Angry Men.
12 Angry Men is a 10 out of 10. Yes.
American History X.
No.
Okay.
Fucking 7.
I could think about that.
I'd give it a 7. American History X.
What the fuck? Okay, that's crazy.
I think American History X, I think you have one performance, but the movie itself, the story's not really good. I thought it was. I think it was predictable for me. Like, it's just, I knew that, I just knew that was going to happen at the end.
A little bit obvious
That's the problem I have for it. But you cannot take how good Edward Norton was in it. Not at all. So I'd probably go 8. But that's not a movie I really enjoy, though. Like, it's a tough movie.
I think a 9 is right for that one as well.
Yeah.
But it makes me cry, so that's
and I think that you can't have 10 out of 10 anytime you have a movie with Edward Furlong in it. That's you lose 3 points right there.
People would disagree on Terminator 2.
Whew. Edward Furlong. God damn. That kid. Whew. That's a guy that you just couldn't wait to get out of Hollywood.
You think so?
Yeah, for me, yeah. I don't mind him as John Connor. I'm just saying, everything afterwards, I think he was like a one-hit wonder, he would have been fine just as John Connor, and that's it. Definitely not a draw for me, though. Edward Furlong.
Okay, so now I got 35, 10 out of 10. Because I rated 2 down. Because you're forced.
No, I think that you probably need more 9s,
But some movies, I just think...
I think it's easy to throw out 10 out of 10.
But you know me, I'm sometimes really excited about a movie.
And we've noticed in the last few weeks that you've given a 10 out of 10 and then quickly dropped it.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
But
premature 10 out of 10s.
Okay, do you want to get the whole list now?
All your 10 out of 10s?
Yeah, it's not much. Quickly.
Just if you do it quickly, yeah.
Okay.
Just fire them out.
Only the Brave.
I haven't seen it yet, but
yeah, right. Hacksaw Ridge.
9.
I've seen that 7 times, so there's no doubt for me. The Godfather 2.
10 out of 10.
Lord of the Rings 1, I know you disagree.
Solid 9, you know.
The Princess Bride.
Even with nostalgia, I got to go 9. No, it's a perfect 10 out of 10 movie. You're right.
Thank you. Reservoir Dogs.
10 out of 10.
Rocket Man. I know.
It's probably going to be like a 5, I imagine. Hey, you know what? My girlfriend wants to watch it, so we'll be watching that soon. So
Okay. Okay, I'm curious about your opinion.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Well, Manchester by the Sea.
8.
The Green Mile.
Ooh. That's a 10 out of 10. Okay.
Right. Then I got 3 shows. Only 3 shows with 10 out of 10.
Hmm.
True Detective.
Very. Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yep.
And Chernobyl.
Yep. Even though I haven't even watched the last 2 episodes of Chernobyl, I gotta go back and watch that. Yeah. I forgot about that, honestly.
How? Dude, how?
I mean, we watched the first 3 episodes. Anytime I have to wait for something to come out, you know, like it's...
You're so disappointing.
I know. Listen, if you want to start throwing shit out, you know, there's a lot of shit you haven't watched either, sir.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Okay, next. Dark Knight.
8.
Lord of the Rings 2 and 3.
8.
Gladiator, Forrest Gump.
Ooh, Gladiator, I'm going to go 8.
What the
And Forrest Gump, I'd go 7.
Dude.
I'm not a big fan of Forrest Gump.
The Prestige.
Forrest Gump, you got to remember, man, it's one of those movies that's going to forever bother me because it beat Pulp Fiction and it beat Shawshank Redemption. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
The Prestige.
10 out of 10.
Right. Whiplash.
Ooh, see, that's a good pick, Almond. I like that one. That's a
Thank
fucking
you.
10 out of 10 right there, for sure.
Mid-90s.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Intouchables. French movie.
Intouchables?
Yes.
I don't know. What are we doing there?
Okay, never mind. Snatch.
9. I go 9.
Braveheart.
Yeah, 10.
The Raid 2.
Haven't seen it.
Best action movie ever made. Blade Runner 2049.
10.
Band of Brothers. Oh, there's another show.
I go 9 for Band of Brothers.
Pulp Fiction.
10.
Of course. Call Me by Your Name.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But I
Django
want to.
Unchained.
10.
Mad Max Fury Road.
10. 15 if you could
Silver
do it.
Linings.
Oh, 10. Yeah.
Kill Bill 1.
9.
La Haine. I know. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
9.
The Godfather.
First one?
Yes.
10. Yeah.
And Heat. That's it.
Ooh, Heat. Even though as much as I like Heat, I'd go 9 because I feel like it is a little dry at times.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a disconnection with the characters too a little bit with Heat. I feel like Heat is kind of...
I would like to see your 10 out of 10s, man.
My 10 out of 10s? It'd be a little... I mean, the good thing is,
Only
is
like
I
2
agreed.
movies, probably.
I agreed with you on a lot of those. What the fuck?
Right. What's so wrong with having like 35 10 out of 10s?
That's a lot of 10 out of 10s. It's a lot of 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, but it's all deserved.
Yeah,
Me
there's
at
a
least.
few in there that... No.
I know you probably won't agree on La Haine and
Forrest Gump, just not a 10 out of 10 for me. I honestly like, dude, I know you didn't like it that much, but Apollo 13, I think I like Apollo 13
That's
more.
6 out of 10 for me.
See, I would go Apollo 13 9.
Huh.
Forrest Gump 7 for me. Straight up.
We do disagree sometimes.
Forrest Gump is fucking overrated, and Jenny is a whore. She is a whore.
Nice. Good statement. Next one. 4th place on my actresses list.
It's like, you know, she shows up at the end like, here, Forrest, have some AIDS, you know? What a fucking whore. Like the worst fucking person. Yeah, I think Jenny is the worst person ever on film.
Okay.
So, I hate Jenny. I hate Jenny with such a passion, dude. I hate her.
4th place. You're gonna like this, I think.
Okay.
Amy Adams.
Wow, that's higher than what I thought for you, actually. Yeah. Amy Adams. I feel like she's the darling that everyone loves.
She's really good.
There's really not much bad things you can say about Amy
Yeah.
Adams.
Yeah,
Like-
even though she's been in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, Justice.
Right. But she did a good job as Lois Lane.
Yeah,
Because Lois
course.
Lane, you got to have a little balls to play Lois Lane. But even though she doesn't look like Lois Lane, which kind of bothers me a little bit. Lois Lane should have dark hair.
Isn't that important?
It kind of is, I think. I mean, you can't have a blonde fucking Bruce Wayne, can you? You can't have a blonde fucking Man of Steel. It would look weird, bro.
But what?
You can't have blonde Wolverine, can you? You know? So I'm just saying.
Val Kilmer blonde?
Yeah, but that's atrocious, though. That's atrocious. That's an example of why you can't do it, you know?
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying personally, it always bothered me because I feel like Lois Lane is the dark-haired fucking gal. Brunette. She's always brunette. But I like her. It's probably the best.
Comic, so.
Probably the best performance I've seen of a Lois Lane. But what's her best performance? You would say?
American Hustle is very strong, but
yeah,
I went for Arrival.
Yeah, you can't really go against.
That's
Arrival,
her movie, basically.
Yeah. It really is an Amy Adams vehicle. Like if you've seen it twice too, like yeah.
Seen it once. I would think it's maybe a little dry when you watch it the second time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you have figured it out. But
which is odd because I've gone back to this. Like Arrival, the first time I wasn't really that impressed, but the second time it blew me away. So it's this weird thing that happened there. Where same thing with Interstellar. I didn't like Interstellar the first time. I really didn't care for it, but. And then I saw it the second time. I was like, "Oh my god, this is my fucking movie." So
maybe you're just not a science fiction guy.
Oh no, let's not be ridiculous here.
Oh, are you?
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not.
I know. I think you are though. I think you're full of shit when you tell me you're not a science fiction guy.
There's only one science fiction movie I've rated 10 out of 10 though. It's Blade Runner. And that's not even like real science fiction, I think. Like cyberpunk stuff. It's
very
not even
cyberpunk.
Space.
Yeah. That is a genre that I would like more explored. Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
There's never been enough cyberpunk out there.
Blade Runner is basically the only thing.
And then you get into animes and shit.
Yeah, but we don't do that here.
No, never.
All right. Third place.
She was raised as a Mormon. Sorry, she's
Yeah, some fun facts. Next one is Mario Cotillard.
Oh yeah.
She's always been one of my favorites, even though I haven't even seen that much stuff with her. I just really like her in movies, and I think she's outstanding.
Did you see?
She got an Oscar, but I haven't seen the movie she's got it for.
Did you see the Macbeth movie with her and Fassbender?
I have, yeah.
I like that movie actually. Not a lot of people talk about that.
It's super weird. I might need to see it again to appreciate it more because I think I didn't know what I was getting into. It's a super strange movie. It's super trippy in a way, but well shot. Look, it looks really good.
Yeah.
And both actors are, just amazing in general.
What did she win it for? I can't remember.
Some French movie.
Shouldn't have even been allowed.
Nah. She got it for La Mum.
I definitely want to see her in more shit. And you said Allied wasn't good because I haven't seen Allied. That kind of bums me out.
It's not bad, but it's like kind of whatever. It's one of those generic Brad Pitt movies we got over the last couple of years.
That's kind of a bummer.
Kind of decent, but kind of isn't worth much talking about. I haven't seen Assassin's Creed, even though I've played all the games. But
are you gonna see it?
Probably eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard it's not good, so
I heard it was pretty bad. Yeah, I was kind of bummed about that when I found that out.
And now my favorite performance by her, even though I've just seen her in Dark Knight Rises, where I think she's not like overly exciting, but it's Inception actually.
Yes, we go.
I gotta give Inception that when I watched it last week, the stuff with her has big emotional weight. Honestly,
it kind of affected you differently this time. I think, like you
totally.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Kind of forgot about that. But
yeah.
She's just amazing in that movie, and when she realized, like, dude, We talked about that.
I'm telling you, man, that movie is brilliant. It's a brilliant
It's good,
movie.
but I don't know why I don't like it that much. Like that much. Yeah.
It is strange. It is because it's got really everything you need.
But
But
it's science fiction, kind of.
is that what's bothering you about it? Is like,
Not
are you
really.
protesting against science fiction when you're
No, but
watching it?
I'm just not a huge fan of the whole concept. Even though it's super creative,
Yeah, because you can't
deserves
even really
credit.
say Ad Astra is a sci-fi, can you?
It's a space movie.
It's a space movie, which is
It's a
different.
father-son movie.
Hmm.
So
But
yeah,
you like Star Wars, though, right?
Star Wars is fantasy adventure
Oh
sci-fi.
God, get the fuck out of here! What about the Aliens movies? It's sci-fi.
Yeah, but that's gritty and
You're gonna be like
grounded.
sci-fi horror.
Yeah, but no, it's really gritty and like not it's like the first Alien is just in one station, so
Hmm.
there's not much science fiction going on. And then you have
The first one is more of a horror movie in a way.
yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
I mean this.
I mean, the tagline for the first one is "In space, no one can hear you scream." So that's the famous tagline.
Yeah, but they're on a space on a station, and people can
Mhm.
hear you scream on that.
But if no one's around,
Yeah, then you're fucked. All right, second place. Or is it just
second place, is this number 2?
No way. Oh yeah, it
She
is. It's
she was number
number 2.
3. Wow.
Yeah, she was number 3. Yeah, because I
I
always
feel like
liked her for years.
I think I would have her in the top 10, but I want her. I need more of her, like,
Me too.
because I feel like I can only point to like 5 things. Because there's a lot of French shit in here. I think.
Yeah, but I'd like to see that actually.
Yeah.
I know you don't like
Right.
watching stuff with subtitles.
No, it's not subtitles really. It's I don't know what it is.
Different language.
No. Because I have examples of like movies that were better. I remember
But
The
you've seen the
Vanish.
John Woo shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've
So-
gone down these holes before, so.
So why is there a barrier for you?
I don't know. I really don't have an answer.
Okay, you don't have to.
Other than
I mean, I don't have an
France.
answer why I don't like Inception.
Other than France is lame. Yeah, USA. No, just kidding. I really have nothing
Alright.
against France. I think Paris seems like such a cool place. So
I was there once. It's a good place.
Isn't it? It's
It's
weird
dirty,
seeing
but,
these. It's weird seeing like European cities and there's like no skyscrapers. It's so weird.
Yeah,
Strange.
it's a lot of
Strange.
old buildings. 'Cause,
Yes.
Europe is old.
Well, I found out that Paris you can't have them because that shit'll just cave in.
What?
Because of all the underground tunnels in Paris, that's why they can't. They have
Oh.
like height requirements on their buildings. They can't be a
I
certain
didn't
height.
know that, but it makes sense. Yeah.
The more you know, bro.
Yeah, right.
I'm always
Um,
good for useless facts that nobody asked for. So
That's a good trait to have.
yes, yeah.
Second place, Emma Stone.
I like it. I like it. I don't know
She's
if I'd put her as
probably-
high.
I think she's a superstar
You think?
in a way. Yeah, but she's still making like not underground movies, but less flashy movies, which is why my favorite role by her is in The Favorite.
Oh, I like the. Yeah, I mean that's what made The Favorite good was the acting
Those
of the
three
3 women.
actresses.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
3 women. I guess she was really good in Birdman though.
She was, and
Yeah.
in La La Land, which is a musical, but I still kind of liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Help. She's good in The Help.
Yeah, I would have to see that again to really judge it because I've seen, as I said, I've seen it in school some years ago,
Right.
and actually I really liked her in Crazy Stupid Love and Easy A, which are both rom-coms. No, Easy A is not really a rom-com, but it's a silly comedy, but it's all right.
Maybe Super Bad, a little Super Bad for her. That's the first time I saw her. It was Super Bad.
Yeah, she probably is. Yeah, that was before Zombieland even.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she has still a lot to, like.
I get why you put her up there, yeah, because it's a long way to go here. Long way. Oh, from Arizona. What up?
And I think she's a really big name right now as well.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because I'm looking at the IMDb thinking, well, maybe we're going to get some more poignant roles like The Favorite. But
Have you seen Maniac?
I'm just
The show.
seeing, the Croods 2 and Cruella de Vil here. I started Maniac and I had trouble watching it. Maybe I'll go back to it. Did you watch it?
I watched the whole thing, but I didn't like it that much.
Okay.
It feels in the end, it feels kind of like, what did I just watch? Did anything happen?
I don't know. Like there was something that bothered me from the start of it. Like I watched I think the first hour of it, and I remember being irritated by something.
By Jonah Hill not looking like himself.
No. You've lost too much weight. We don't recognize you. No.
And Gabriel Byrne was in it. I like that. I like Gabriel Byrne.
I like Justin Theroux. Justin Theroux was in it. I really like him. Justin Theroux.
I don't know. Somehow that show just didn't get me.
To me, it screams of hey, this is an uber smart show that's really not that smart. There's something about it that just seemed pretentious to me, that show, when I was watching it.
I could agree.
Yeah.
Also, in the end, there's I was waiting for something big to happen, kind of, I think. And not much happened, so.
Just kind of ended.
Yeah. Well. First
place.
Well,
I'm glad I'm not alone there, because I was kind of wondering, should I go back to it now?
My friends really liked it.
Kinda. Yeah. I mean, is it worth even watching, you'd say?
Actually, I'm one of those guys who says everything is worth watching.
No. I'm asking specifically for this vehicle, though. Is it worth it?
I'd rather watch Fargo.
Yeah, I'd rather watch something else. I agree.
Yeah. First place, drum roll, please.
The number one gal.
Can you guess it?
Who have you not named? This is a tough one, actually. I don't, because you've named a lot of them already.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of gals that would be on my list. Trying to think. And well, you haven't named Brie Larson yet, so it's got to be Brie. It's got to be Brie.
For Captain Marvel.
What's sad, though, too, is Brie Larson turned in a hell of a performance on Room.
True.
And she really she hurts her own
She kind of ruined her reputation now.
Just a bit, yeah. She does it to herself. She really does. I'm not a Brie hater, but yeah.
Dude, she seems very much not a fun person to work with when she's in interviews.
Yeah. If you just watch some interviews with the Avengers, you can tell who invited this chick. We were having a good time before this chick showed up, kind of feeling. Winona Ryder.
No.
Angelina Jolie.
No, hell no.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
No.
Academy Award winner, Gwyneth Paltrow.
For what?
Shakespeare in Love. That's fucking bullshit. Academy Award winner Julia Roberts.
Is my first place Academy Award winner?
Ooh.
She is. She's an Oscar winner.
Glenn Close.
No.
Jessica Lange. Oh, okay. All right. That's something I didn't expect. That's a good pick.
Really?
Shit, yeah.
She repeatedly did roles where I just was super impressed. And it started probably with A Beautiful Mind for me. Where I just thought, yo, what the fuck? That is amazing.
And she kind of stays away from the blockbuster shit. She
was an Alita Battle Angel. Not a good decision. She was totally wasted in that movie. No need for her to be in that. Same with Mahershala Ali. Those two are just that movie is below their talent. It's kind of sad. I hate that movie.
It's funny because I just watched one of the little list things. I don't remember from what on YouTube. And it was about actresses who didn't deserve their Oscars. And they had her on there for A Beautiful Mind. I was shocked.
What?
Yeah, because I feel like she was
love
amazing. Yeah, same. I thought she was incredible in that movie. So I didn't agree with that at all.
That's another movie I cry at the end, when he's doing his speech. That's amazing.
I love that movie. Love that movie, dude.
It's really good,
I'd probably go 10 out of 10 right there.
We watched it in philosophy class a few years ago. and our teacher spoiled it for us. Like, he told us what his disease is, you know?
What kind of shit is that, dude?
I don't know.
Huh.
It was not good. Okay, then I'm not a huge fan of Requiem for a Dream, but she is really good in that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And she's good in Blood Diamond, of course. You know. But kind of overshadowed by.
I really like her in
Jaimin.
Blood Diamond. I forgot that she's in Blood Diamond. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get Jaimin Hansu and Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's kind of.
Blood Diamond's a good movie. Good
True.
movie. I wouldn't mind watching that again.
I was kind of surprised to see her in Once Upon a Time in America when she was really young.
Oh yeah. Like super young.
I think that was 2 years before Labyrinth.
Do you remember? I think it was last week we were talking about Apocalypse Now, and I said Lawrence Fishburne was 16.
Yeah.
He lied. He lied actually. He said that he was 16, but he was really 14. He's 14 years old in that movie, dude. Insane.
That's some balls. She was 14 in Once Upon a Time in America.
Wow. So that means she was 16 in Labyrinth. Huh.
But my favorite performance by her, she has a scene with Miles Teller in Only the Brave.
That's your favorite with her?
Yeah, because dude, that scene at the end with Miles Teller, that had me crying for minutes.
Spoilers.
Soul crushing. Yeah, I know. Who gives a shit? Just want to say that.
I need to watch that movie, actually.
It's so good. It's just good. I actually need to see that again. It's been a while, a year or so.
That one's up on your list. You got some high praise for that one, man.
Dude, Josh Brolin, Andy McDowell. You gotta watch it.
Couple movies you need to see, brother, is Dark City, if you have not seen that.
I have not, no.
Fucking amazing. It's such a trip. But in terms of acting, if you want to see her powerhouse acting, House of Sand and Fog with Ben Kingsley.
That's on my list, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, dude. Good movie. Good movie. Now, I don't know if it's a good movie, it's just good acting. Don't quote me on good movies.
Okay.
Little Children. I've always wanted to watch this. I never watched this. It's got your boy Patrick Wilson in it too.
So 2 reasons to watch it, I guess.
Yeah. The lives of 2 lovelorn spouses from separate marriages.
Not on my list.
A registered sex offender and disgraced police officer intersect as they struggle to resist their vulnerabilities and temptations in suburban Massachusetts.
Sounds interesting, I know.
Little Children. Kate Winslet, though. That's one. Why did Kate Winslet not make the list there or honorable mentions?
Because I haven't seen much with her.
Have we forgotten about Kate Winslet?
I think the only movies I recall now are The Life of David Gale and Titanic, and that's not enough for me.
You never saw Eternal Sunshine?
Oh yeah, I did. What the fuck?
Okay, she's pretty good in that.
But still, I don't think that's enough to make the list.
Revolutionary Road? You never saw Revolutionary Road? All right, you should probably see that. If you get a chance, though, you might change your mind. The movie that I think she's the best is The Reader. If you get a chance.
Oh yeah, that movie has some German actors in it.
It does have some. It's got some German shit in there, homie.
Yeah. Also, I think it's one of my favorite German actors is in it. You won't know him, so never mind.
What are you talking about? I know.
No, you don't know him.
I'm gonna look at the list right here and try to see if it's. I know. What's a German name? Frederick Becht. No. See, I thought it would be the guy that you just said.
No, he's further down the list.
Wait a minute. I'm probably going to know him, though, if I see him. Bruno Ganz, that the one?
No.
No?
No.
Oh. Well, I don't know Bruno Ganz anyway.
That's
wait a minute. Jürgen Tarok. It's got to be him. Damn.
It's the guy above Bruno Ganz.
Okay, hang on. Volker Bruck.
Right.
He plays Dieter. Fucking
that guy is amazing, but he's more of a TV show actor, and there are 2 very good German TV shows he's in. Babylon Berlin, for example.
Yeah, you definitely want to watch.
That, I think.
You definitely want to watch. I have heard of Babylon Berlin. That's on Netflix actually for us.
Oh, you should watch that. It's really good.
That's worth it.
Historical movie, historical show.
And
he's amazing in it. He's the protagonist. And Generation War is also on Netflix, I think, and that's another great show.
Hmm.
Only 3 episodes though. It's a miniseries.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'd have to have Kate Winslet in there somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Somewhere, yeah. You probably want to watch a couple more with her. I think she's highly underrated. Yeah. There's really not anybody else though I can think of that you missed. I think you got a good. I think it was good that you went 20 instead of 10 because 10 I think you.
I went 20 on the actors as well, so.
Right, and you had a lot of honorables too that kind of covered a lot of people.
There's so many good actors that it feels kind of wrong to just stick to 10 because leaving out a lot of good people.
Yeah. Not bad, sir. Not bad at all.
All right. I think we can wrap this up now.
You don't want to go another 3 hours? You good today?
I think I'm good. I actually wanted to prepare a list for most badass movie characters, but I think that list would be long.
And what's considered badass?
Okay, wait. I can give you the names. It's not a lot. Like I have some written down, but I just stopped doing it because it felt kind of pointless.
All right.
So I got Beatrix Kiddo.
Okay. Yeah.
Furiosa.
Those are badasses. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Dr. King Schultz.
Yes.
Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Is that his full name in the movie?
Yes. I just like to say his full name because he says it so epically. For me, it might have been the number one Batman, Christian Bale.
Really?
I really like the Christian Bale Batman. I like him so much.
God.
He's so badass. Fuck you.
Sorry.
Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, you claim that this is a real badass on screen.
That is some role. Butch, Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction.
It's a good one.
Rust Cole.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'd be arguably number one, man.
Matthew McConaughey.
I mean, you talk about, dude. I gotta be honest too. Like when I saw that role, I was like, oh my god, this guy thinks just like me.
That's one of the best roles ever.
When he's sitting there, and I think one of the lines is just "fuck this world, fuck you people" or something. I just like, oh god, I love this guy.
He's super depressive, and it's great. Also,
depressive in a good way. Cry. Yeah, it's just he does it so well though. Like that, it's one of the best performances I've ever seen.
The scene at the end when he's in the wheelchair and says like, "Yo, I heard their voices or something, I could feel them, and then I woke up and dude, that shit is heart wrenching."
Yeah,
really good ending. Hansi Dent, which is from Fargo, so you don't know that guy. Jim Malone, Sean Connery in The Untouchables.
Oh, nice pick. Yeah. Fun fact about Sean Connery, dude. They offered him the Lord of the Rings Gandalf $10 million per picture plus 15% of the box office numbers.
And he declined.
And he fucking declined, dude. They added up the money that he would have made, and it would have been $400 million. Wow.
But I think it's actually better that Ian McKellen played him.
Oh yeah. It was, Ian McKellen, his second half here that he's done is pretty fucking incredible. Ian McKellen to me is like, this is what, like when you get to a certain age, this is the kind of roles and act that you need to be. Because he's that good at it. Like even as Magneto, just...
Yeah. I haven't seen him in that many other roles, though. For me, he will always be Gandalf.
Gods and Monsters, if you get a chance. Gods and Monsters, very good. The movie that's coming out soon looks really good. I forgot. Something about lies. The Big Liar or something. The Good Liar. There we go. It's called The Good Liar. But yeah, he's a fantastic actor. Fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. He wasn't the Da Vinci Code, but that was kind of whatever.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The Da Vinci Code, that trilogy is so mediocre.
It's so bad, dude. And I love the books.
I wouldn't say it's so bad. I like the second one.
Angels and Demons is better. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a 6 out of 10. It's not.
It's one of those things where I can't separate it from the book because I loved the books so much, and it just Tom Hanks with his stupid fucking hair. Yeah, Ron Howard is the fucking mediocre second half of his directing. Like he's lucky he's got Rush in there because I always forget that he did Rush, but it's like Jesus Christ, man. Like
he put out some good and bad movies, yeah.
But at the start is what I'm saying. Like when I was a kid, Ron Howard was the shit. All right, Splash, Willow, Far and Away, Backdraft, The Paper. Like this dude fucking was rocking back then.
Yeah.
But then he started doing the Da Vinci shit. Just terrible.
And then In the Heart of the Sea, which was also not that good.
I heard it wasn't that good. I have not watched it.
Solo was good.
Yeah.
I like Solo.
I wonder if Solo would it have been better if they wouldn't have fired Lord and Miller, Christopher Lord and Phil Miller.
Interesting question. It would have been a different movie for sure. More comedy, probably.
I think Paul Bettany would have been in it.
Oh, he was really good in that, I think. He's an underrated
I just feel like it's forgettable. That's the problem. Like there's no rush to watch Solo again for me.
No, but it's kind of for me not forgettable because it's Star Wars.
Right. I didn't hate it when I saw it, but it's not something that I feel like I need to watch for continuity purposes, at all.
No. It's not. It wasn't a necessary movie.
Very unnecessary. Yes.
But I think still it gets more hate than it deserves by.
I agree with you there. Yes.
Hardcore Star Wars fans.
The people that are saying that Disney ruined their childhood can just go fuck themselves. Like, give me a break.
No, nothing can ruin a childhood, dude. Unless you're in your childhood.
Just cancel culture in general. Like, if you don't like something, just let it go. I mean, I had to deal with it for the Fox X-Men movies for a decade. You just got to deal with shit.
Skull, dude. That doesn't ruin the other movies at all.
No.
I can just ignore it.
Yeah, you just ignore it. You're right. Like the prequels for Star Wars, I just ignore them. I don't care about them. But I'm not going to fucking go, you need to cancel this shit. You need to remake them. Fuck that shit.
No, I found kind of funny that people tried to raise money to remake Last Jedi. That was fun.
Stupid, man.
Yeah, right. Okay, the last names on my list. John Wick from John Wick 3, Keanu Reeves.
Oh, yeah.
He's badass.
For sure.
Tanner Howard, Ben Foster in Hell or High Water.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, Bruder, Matthew Fox and Bone Tomahawk.
Yes.
Of course. He might be the one, but for me, there's still Batman and stuff. Cliff Booth.
No John
and then
McClane.
Spider-Man Noir, Nicolas Cage in Spider-Verse.
He's a badass, yeah.
Yeah. That's the list. It would have been longer, but I just stopped doing it because I felt it was kind of pointless.
Little shout out to my uncle, too. Last night we were playing Fortnite, and he tells me that he finally watched Spider-Verse, and he actually liked it. So I was proud of him.
There's no way to dislike that movie.
I was very proud of him because he hates Miles Morales so much,
Oh, yeah, you said that, right?
But he hates Miles Morales because it represents the end of Peter Parker for him, which I tell him it's not what it is. You can't... They both can exist, is my point, And I think that last night he finally got that, so...
Spider-Verse portrays the legacy of Peter Parker so well, I think.
Yeah. Like the way they pass that torch, is so well to... Like you can easily have the next Spider-Verse all Miles if you wanted, and it would be fine because they did such a good job of opening that up, passing the torch, all that shit. So I don't have anything else to say about Spider-Verse.
No, we had a whole show on it, so
episode 4, I think. Yeah.
The thing is, since next week will be no podcast, there's we have some. Or maybe even the week after that, there's some time to watch stuff, So
are you telling me that I should watch some shit?
Do we want to do a double feature or a special or anything to movies that are kind of connected?
Why? What do you have in mind?
What about the Do-Over and the Ridiculous Six?
You're in the mood for some Adam Sandler.
No, I'm not. But I'm actually considering watching those because. Right. I kind of have a habit for wasting my time with bad movies.
Okay. I would say the Do-Over and the Week Of, so I can get away from Ridiculous Six. But if you want to do Ridiculous Six,
No, that was a joke. I don't want to watch those movies.
I'll sit through Ridiculous Six if I have to. You know, another reason why I don't want to watch that is because that Taylor Lautner's in it. I hate that dude.
Oh, that guy is so awful. Ugh.
Fucking terrible, man. Probably the
terrible.
worst actor ever in blockbuster. I hate him.
I could agree on that. Yeah.
Goddamn.
Or do we want to watch a show?
A show?
Like,
Ooh.
do you want to watch Fargo? And we speak about the first season.
I don't know if I could get through a first season. That's a binge right there.
Yeah, but it's eight episodes and the story is done.
8 episodes.
It's an anthology series.
And we have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For Fargo season 1.
3 weeks actually.
Fargo. Maybe. That's the idea though. Fargo season 1.
I would like to see that again. I think.
Yeah, I could do that.
All right. Because like I will have plenty of time when my wisdom teeth get removed.
Yeah, you're gonna be kind of chilling in a daze there
just watching
for a little bit.
I plan on watching the Dark Crystal, the series.
I'll say it's not as bad as you think, the getting your teeth pulled. So it's just uncomfortable. Not. It's just uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that. I have my uni application done, so it's all good.
Nice. Now, when do you do that? Your application?
On Monday.
Ooh.
And on Tuesday with wisdom teeth. Yeah.
And then you just kind of wait to hear back from everything because you're just submitting it, right?
December.
Okay. Well, good luck, man. I hope you hear back, man. You're like I said, I've said it before. You got the talent. There's no reason. And I gotta say, man, that last one you sent to me, the Damian Lewis was
Riddler.
That was fantastic, dude.
I like it a lot as well. Yeah.
Badass picture. The colors you use in the background, the way he just like you can totally see it, and I like that. I just like the idea of putting the actors in those roles because it's like something you'll never see on screen, so it's cool that you have it on a picture like that. It's dope.
Right. That's why I do it. I wouldn't just draw like Joaquin Phoenix as Joker because that exists. So. And I'm not a huge fan of doing like literal fan art of stuff. I'm not just gonna draw, Christian Bale Batman or something.
Yeah, because what you're doing isn't fan art. It skates the line of it, but it's not fan art. It's concept. It's
right. You could call it that. Yeah. I'm trying to do Harley Quinn. I think I told you.
Right.
I'm having a hard time to pick an actress.
Drawing the boobies? It's not that hard. You just you can go big or small.
Yeah, but that's not what I like. I need a face as well, and I'm not sure which actress would fit. So that's.
I still like the idea of Marilyn Monroe, but I think that's going to be a little tricky.
Dude, yeah, I thought about. I actually tried making the composition for an old movie poster with her as Harley Quinn and Steve McQueen as Batman and stuff. But that movie poster shit is really hard.
It is hard. Honestly. Yeah, it is.
Especially because I have to nail the style of the 60s bullshit. And yeah, it's hard. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, and the face has to be recognizable too if you're going to do...
Which is hard for Harley Quinn. Because I would go for her old Harlequin suit look.
And she's got half her face covered.
Right. But I kind of like that costume, but I would change the colors to, I think, blue and yellow, not red and black. Because I like to do my own thing,
Look at that's you fucking rebel. Fucking rebel over here. I know,
right? All right. I think I'm going to watch The King now.
Yeah, that sounds actually pretty good. I might do the same thing because I forgot that came out today. So that's exciting, actually.
I was so hyped. It's all I wanted to do today, but I was busy.
This is one of the 2 movies with Robert Pattinson too that we get to see if he's for real or not, which I think he's for real.
I heard that he's absolutely amazing in The Lighthouse, and
I've heard nothing but good things about The Lighthouse, dude.
8.3 on IMDb is really good, and I just one of my favorite reviewers on YouTube gave it a 10 out of 10, which never happened before in this channel. So.
And I like the weird setup of the movie too. Just like don't talk to the seagull or something, and the seagull keeps bothering him. You can tell that it's going to be like an out there kind of tale, but I like the fact that it's black and white. There's not enough black and white movies, so.
And it's always almost a square format.
Yeah.
It's just, dude, A24,
I was
man,
just gonna
you could
say,
do,
like, when you see the A24, you just have this feeling of like
it's gonna be good.
it's like this quality independent film thing going on. They really feel like the new Miramax, because I remember when I was growing up, man, you saw that Miramax, you're like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be great.
Honestly, A24 is probably like, I would. It's the only studio I would watch movies because that studio made them. You know,
Yeah.
and so far I haven't been disappointed often. I mean, Midsummer and stuff. Even Moonlight is by them.
Moonlight was good. Moonlight
And
was good.
yeah,
Midsummer, I
um,
have my issues with, but it was a quality film. You know.
yeah. There's something about that low budget thing. I kind of like it a lot.
That's why I
Um,
like the '70s so much of those movies, because a lot of those were independent, lower budget. It was like the birth of independence, and it seems like independent movies, they seem to like take time off and then they kind of come back. Like the '90s was a big comeback, because I can't really think of any '80s independent movies, really, honestly, off the top of my fucking head. But it
mm,
feels like there's a big resurgence right now. But film is in a weird spot right now, because streaming
Netflix.
services has changed everything. It's changed the fucking game.
Yeah, but I
So,
like that Netflix is now showing more and more movies of them in the theaters. Even The King was screened in German theaters, so
which I
I
think
like
that's cool doing that.
it.
Yeah.
It seems like a movie that's really impactful on the big screen because, like, I watched an hour. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very well made movie. It's maybe a little slow, but
Ooh.
I like that.
Ooh. The King sucks, everybody.
No,
Too slow.
Robert Pattinson didn't hasn't even appeared yet, so I'm
I
curious.
feel like it's a small role, just from the preview that I watched. It looked like a small
I
role. It
think
looked like a
it's
small Mendelssohn role, too.
yeah, it is. Mendelsohn is not much in the movie. Joel Edgerton is really good. I think it's an interesting role. He even wrote the movie.
He
It's weird.
wrote it.
Yeah,
Huh.
and Brad
J-
Pitt produced it.
Joel Edgerton does a lot behind the scenes too, and
True. Yeah.
he wrote and directed that movie that I just loved, The Gift.
Oh, yeah, I
Totally
heard about that.
totally fucked up movie, man. I love it so
Um,
much.
honestly, I think that Joel Edgerton is massively underrated. I think he is better than DiCaprio in The Great Gatsby.
Oh, it's Tobey Maguire. I mean, all the way, you
Right.
know.
How could I forget about that?
No, I agree with you. I think he. I like Edgerton actually quite a bit in the movies. I think the Gods and Kings really kind of hurt a little bit, but
Yeah.
that wasn't really his fault.
No, it was Ridley Scott's fault.
Yeah, good old Ridley.
I mean, like, if you have Joel Edgerton and Christian Bale and Ben Mendelsohn and Aaron Paul and stuff, and you still fuck it up, kind of bad.
And really, the performance by Edgerton in that movie is not bad. It's weird
No, it's
because
not.
he's actually acting like Yul Brynner from Ten Commandments, which is kind of surreal in a way. It's trippy. I don't know if have you seen the Ten Commandments?
No, I have not.
Back in the day?
There's so much old movies I have to see.
Are you into the old movies at all?
I am, but I'm always looking for the latest stuff, kind of.
Right.
Like,
Have
I'm
you-
watching the most stuff I watched is from the last 3 years, I think.
Ben-Hur? Did you watch Ben-Hur from back in
No,
the
but
day?
I would like to.
Okay.
There's Spartacus by Kubrick is on Netflix.
I would say Ben. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. So those three for me are probably my favorites from back then.
Spartacus is good.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Spartacus
Best
is
Kubrick movie?
fantastic. No, doesn't really feel like a Kubrick movie either.
No,
That's
it's from the 50s, right?
yeah,
No,
like it.
60. Okay, 60.
It's weird because Spartacus, Ben-Hur, Ten Commandments all feel kind of this Cleopatra, El Cid. They're very huge set piece period movies. But I feel like that's such a cool time of Hollywood right there. My grandma actually has the original program book from Spartacus that they gave out at the Hollywood Theater at the premiere because she was there. So like that movie is kind of a special one for me, Spartacus. Just because
I miss those kind of movies, kind of. I wish
yeah,
there
the big
was,
set pieces, yeah.
yeah, and like ancient movies with Roman Empire shit and stuff, like
Mhm.
because I think that's pretty cool. And I'm actually
Yeah.
Cleopatra is coming by
Yes.
Villeneuve, and that's interesting.
Yes. I think that we're lucky that we still get it because it's not something that I feel like is everybody wants, which is a shame because I could be happy just watching period movies for the rest of my life because I love
Yeah, me too.
history. Love it.
Then, dude, you'll enjoy The King, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure
Because
I will.
there's this thing I don't like in fantasy movies a lot. They have you know when people fight against each other and they wear plate armor, you know, like in Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and stuff, they just slice through that like butter.
Mm-hmm.
But in The King, you really like the plate armor makes a difference, and I like that. It feels more authentic, even though I don't think it's like the most realistic movie ever, but it feels like a more faithful medieval take.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
No, I'm excited to watch it though because
And then you finally gonna see Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet, the new big
Who's
swinging dick of
he's gonna
Hollywood.
be a superstar for sure.
It seems like it. Seems like it. I mean, it seems
Dune,
like
he's
there's
gonna be in the new Wes Anderson movie.
the fact that he plays Paul too. That might be like the big fucking blockbuster for him. Actually,
If Dune is successful, which is not certain,
I think it's
because Blade
certain.
Runner wasn't, you know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But Blade Runner was a sequel.
Also, probably Dune is more catchy because you can put lots of action in the trailer.
And Blade Runner is rated R, which always is a big thing. But
It's not in Germany actually. You can watch that.
really,
Yeah, because you see them nude women, right? So that's not a
really
big
that.
issue in Germany.
It's not really rated R anyway. It doesn't really feel like it, honestly.
No,
But
not,
still,
like, there's not even much action going on.
It's weird for me because there's a comforting factor when I see that big R on movies because there's not enough, and I don't like how certain movies play the game of getting it PG-13 just so more people can see it. Like that drives me crazy.
Actually, today a movie came out in the US, not in Germany yet. This is probably one of those movies that will come out in January around the Oscar season. Motherless Brooklyn by Edward Norton. And I heard did you know that Alec Baldwin has a podcast?
Yeah.
And he had Edward Norton on his podcast, and it was pretty interesting. Edward Norton seems like a very smart person.
I saw Edward Norton was on Joe Rogan. That's probably where I'll listen.
He's going around the interviews right now.
He's playing the game because he wants his movie to get nominated. I'm not a fool, Eddie Norton. I know what's going on here. I still think it's a terrible title. Terrible title.
But it's also the title of the book it's based on, so you know.
Yeah, no, but who gives a shit? Just call it Brooklyn.
That already exists.
It's just a weird title. It just doesn't connect with me. I think
maybe it makes sense when you see the movie.
Maybe. Entire Brooklyn has no moms.
Good in it, you know. Bruce Willis being good in the movie, that's I'm curious.
He might have paid someone to say that though. I don't trust that shit at all, dude.
Right. Could
like
be.
I don't know though. He did surprise me in Looper. I just don't think overall he has chops to be a good actor.
He has to accept that he's old. Maybe he did in this movie.
He needs to accept it. Stop trying to be the coolest dude in the room when really in reality you probably weren't to begin with. Just someone told you that you were and you ran with it.
He's still cooler than Vin Diesel though.
A fun fact too: when Bruce Willis and Demi Moore were together, they were in Vegas at the Mirage Hotel and Casino. My dad and my stepmom were together at the time. They walked by the pools at the Mirage and they were there swimming with the dolphins. So he actually got to talk to Bruce Willis for about 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
And my dad said I couldn't believe how small he was. Which makes sense because my dad is, he's not. I'm actually taller than my dad, but
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2". You're 6'8", right?
4. Bruce, dude. I mean, I don't know like the height system you're using, so I'm not. Bruce Willis is 183 centimeters. I don't know how much
He's
that
like
is.
5'9", I think. 5'7", I think.
But that's not like he's not short.
That's pretty short. Yeah,
It's
pretty
not.
short. Not for Hollywood. For Hollywood, no. Here's the thing, I mean, like, if you were an actor, you would have trouble getting roles because you're too fucking tall.
Yeah, probably.
Because it makes everybody else look so small. Here's the thing, too. Like, if you ever watch Infinity War, if you ever watch the scene when Tony and Doctor Strange are talking in the ship, they make Tony taller. Just to... because he
Robert
is
Downey is
super
really
shorter
short.
compared to Benedict. Yeah. So there is some little, some shit going on there. I think he's 6'1", 6'2".
He seems like a tall guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely tall.
No, he's as tall as Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is a little dude.
Yeah, but Benedict Cumberbatch is just as little.
Is he
He's-
really?
Yeah, but he's still 10 centimeters bigger than...
So he just looks taller than he really is.
maybe.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says he's 6 foot tall. No way is Bruce Willis 6 feet. That's a fucking goddamn lie. Someone on IMDb is lying over here. I got it. Yeah,
Right.
Bruce Willis ain't 6 feet. That's a fucking goddamn lie. That motherfucker's 5'9". Don't even listen to that shit.
But still, everybody's taller than Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is like 5'7". He's pretty short.
All right. I think we can call it.
Seems like a good time to call it, man. Thanks thanks for coming again, brother.
Of course.
All right, man. Well, good luck with your wisdom teeth,
No, thank you, yeah. And I think we're both gonna watch The King now, right?
Probably, yeah. Either that or I'll just go eat something and pass out.
Have fun. Yeah, like with both.
All right, Amin. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too.
Amin the Shaman, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Lusty. Movies suck. Anime rules. Hey, man, I like one anime. That's the only anime I like. It's Akira. Everything else was... But yeah, we picked a real stinker of a movie today, ladies and gentlemen, with Murder Mystery. It was a tough movie to get through. There's one good joke in the movie that I actually liked. But thanks to Heisen and Lusty there for tuning in. I know not everybody likes the movie show, but me and Amin really enjoyed doing it. And I really enjoyed doing it with Amin. So it's going to be kind of a bummer that he's going to be out of commission next week. So there won't be a movie show next week, but we'll be back probably in 2 weeks, I think. We'll see how he feels. You know, he's getting the wisdom teeth pulled. That is a bucking bitch. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be back episode 7 probably in 2 weeks. In terms of me just streaming regularly, well, I think we all agree that we need to get back on that. The problem is, I just haven't really been in the mood to play any games right now. So I'm going through not a gaming hate period, but maybe just a little bit of burnout, and I need to just get through it. I've been watching a lot of TV shows and shit lately. So don't worry, guys. We'll get back on it. We'll get back to form soon enough, especially because now it's kind of cooling down outside. I can open the window and it won't be as hot in here while I'm doing the show. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Happy Friday. Take care.